Hey folks, welcome back. Good morning to y'all. Hope you all are enjoying your 7th day of rest, as I am. And it has been very restful because I just woke up, so I apologize for the slightly late start here today. And I was trying to think of awesome excuses, you know, like the coffee pot boiled over, I stubbed my toe. Truth is, I overslept. So here we are, and again, I'm going to kind of speed through the setup process. Booyah! Alright. And yes, there will be coffee. There has already been coffee. And there will continue to be coffee. So folks, a lot to do today. A lot to do today. I had to write it all down. Like, my mind was exploding last night trying to think of, wow, what are we going to do? Rainforest, I already know what to do, but like, how do you say it? I'd get on and I'd be like, oh yeah, we're going to go there and get lots of stuff. Okay, so anyway, yes, we're going to go there and get lots of stuff. But, more specifically, guys, we're going to head out to Faron Tower, Lake Hylia, or Lake Floria area. And, lots to do out there. Holy guacamole. Gold rupees, multiple. Silver rupees, multiple. Arrows, all kinds. Royal freaking weapons. So we basically just got our inventory bumped, and guys, it still might not be enough. But we are definitely going to fill this inventory up with nothing but knights and royal weapons. Mostly royal weapons, believe it or not. So I'm super excited to show you guys that. Not only that, guys, for you DLC users out there, we're going to get the bone system now. Now, non-DLC users, don't worry, it's coming. That's part of why we're going to the Rainforest, which brings me to my next hot topic, Luminous Stones. There's a really good Luminous Stone running area out here. And guys, I told you I was going to get this stuff after I had the bone suit, and I'm sorry, but it glows and it's shiny, and I was sitting here and then I couldn't concentrate anymore. But look how fast this is now compared to what we used to have to do. Just casually walking around. No sprint. No sprint. But yes, casually walking around. Ain't nothing but a thing. Shiny rocks. Alright, so enough about that. What else are we doing in the rainforest today? Rubber. We're going to get 2 pieces of the rubber clothing. One is like super free. The other one we have to do a little bit of a shrine quest for, but again, super free. We'll go ahead and get... Actually, I think I talked about that already. Yeah, we're going to kill a Hinox. We don't have to kill the Hinox. We can actually just rob the Hinox. So I'm going to teach you how to rob the Hinox, and then if you really want to, I'm going to teach you how to kill the Hinox. Why? Because we're going to have the bone system for you DLC users. But I'm also going to show you non-DLC users how to kill it if you really want. You just have to swing the sword a few more times, but it still works out. I kind of tested both theories. So yeah, if you're just looking at the Hinox and you're like, oh, that's juicy, I'll show you how to kill him as well. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, Ancient Core. Yep. 2 more Ancient Cores coming this trip. So they're both in shrines. One's out in the Rainforest, and one I've already showed you right off the Great Plateau. And those 3 are important because we already have everything else we need, or we should, for the Sheikah Slate upgrades. That's going to be 3 Ancient Cores. Uh-oh, I don't have the shafts yet. So I'm going to have to go monster part hunting for those. So yeah, 3 Ancient Cores, 3 Ancient Shafts, and of course the screws are never a problem. They're the most abundant. But yeah, guys, I've had some playthroughs where these shafts just didn't want to drop. I've also had some playthroughs where the gears didn't want to drop. So anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and get that squared away. Actually, I'm glad it's working out this way. See, normally I have them. I get them on the Great Plateau. But yeah, just this trip in particular, I don't have them, which is good, because not everybody might. So I'll definitely show you how to work around that. Alright, it's a list. Like, that's probably still not even all of it. So anyway, guys, before I get into it, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, I always appreciate that. Hey, Marigold! Welcome! I was almost on time. I was on time, T plus 15-ish, give or take. I think that fits on time-ish. Hey, Mike B, welcome. Good morning. Heck yeah, awesome. Marigold, Gold Rush Mountain, and the Diamond Under the Rock. Yeah, I know. I keep thinking about it. I've been dreaming about it. The Diamond Under the Rock. That might be the name of that complete thumbnail. The Diamond Under the Rock. Hey, Keely, good morning. Yeah, the notifications thing, I don't know. Like I said, I've spent some time on this. I've gone through all my settings on YouTube. I even went into my Google accounts, got kind of lost. Like, that's a bit of a nightmare all by itself. Yeah, sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes they're just super late. So yeah, I haven't understood that yet. Oh, that's terrible, Mike B. So you don't get the notification until it ends. It's like YouTube just giving you a little jab, you know? Jim Lewis, I've turned on the YouTube bell, but yeah, I don't know. It seems to be like a common thing right now, because it's not just me, it's not just y'all. My son's having issues. I don't know, there might be a magic setting out there somewhere that I just haven't figured out yet, but good morning, by the way. Yeah, so 6 hours forward. My son is close to you. He's 7 hours. Hey, Countess, good morning. Hope I don't keep you up too late. Yeah, Mike B, the bug tree. Gold Rush Mountain is just so diverse. And it's all in one spot. It's like it's a small world or something. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get myself out of the way, get ourselves into some gameplay. And I'm super excited to show you the power of the bone stuff. Should be a great time. Not only that, I just like the rainforest. It's cool. There's a lot of fun stuff out there. Beetles, lizards. Hard to think of it all at once. Toodles. Okay, Keely, so I think what I'm going to do, thanks for asking about that. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do the weekend thing, because honestly it's going to be kind of hard for me to keep up with every day, like 7 days a week. I haven't even done any chaptering or any other work in the background, so I think maybe I'll do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm going to stick to that noon. And I think I'm going to have to bump it to 8 p.m. I tried, making that 7 p.m. last night, but I just didn't have the time. I kind of had to cut physical therapy short. So yeah, I'm going to have to do noon, and I'll update, the community posts or whatever. But yeah, I'll definitely do noon and 8 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I know some of you guys, have work Monday morning, and especially East Coast. That's going to be a bit late on a Sunday night, and I apologize. But again, I need the time for what I have to do. So, if I can be on earlier, I will, absolutely. So, you might catch me at 7:30 still, but for planning purposes, I'll go ahead and say noon and 8 p.m., and those are all Central Time. So yeah, thanks again so much for asking. Alright, and I'm going to do something a little bit different, so bear with me while I play with technology here. Now that didn't do what I wanted. There's supposed to be a way to automatically do this. I don't know, I might have to resort to copy paste. Alright, good to go. So I'll be away from the chat window from here on out. Guys, thanks again so much for tuning in. Let's get this done. Super excited to show you the Rainforest. This is where the enjoyment of the game really starts blossoming for me. So guys, I'm going to head back down to the stable that we went to, where we got our horse registered. And I'm going to take my horse back out. This will make the trip a lot quicker getting out there. And I'm going to be multitasking, coffee drinking, and game playing at the same time. Yeah, the enjoyment of the game really starts blossoming. As I mentioned in the little intro there, I absolutely love the Rainforest. It's just a pretty area. The diversity of the wildlife and insects and lizards. Lightning and the thunder and the thunder. Yeah, we got hardy and hightail lizard. You've got all three beetle types out there. You've got big hardy radishes, little hardy radishes, mighty bananas, hardy durians, like the mighty thistles. We're going to be cooking meals for days right out of this one little raid here. And they're all stuff that's going to make Link completely combat capable. Now for you DLC users, the bone system, we're here. We have arrived. You're going to have the bone, Dragon Bone Moblin Club, you're going to have the bone system, you're going to have the set bonus already coming with it. So you'll already have that. We're going to cook the meals here, so you're going to have the complete system. Non-DLC users, like I said, don't worry, I've got you covered. Probably the very next stream later this evening, we're going to hit Gerudo. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to rush right out there. You know, that might be another thing where I slow down just a little bit to be a little bit better prepared. Like, I'm thinking we need to go to Hauntano first and get this Sheikah Slate upgraded. So we'll see how long my Rainforest raid takes here today. But again, I feel like it's more responsible to just take a minute. You know, we got the 5-star Speedster horse for a reason. We might just jet out to Hauntano, kind of do the same thing what I did last night. You know, not stopping to smell all the roses. We'll come back and loot proper later. But just kind of rock it out there, get ourselves the Sheikah Slate squared away, because that will help going out to Gerudo. Absolutely. Okay, there's a couple of radishes here. I'm trying to locate the other one. Dude's over there crying for help. I'm like, where's my hardy radish? Okay, yeah, so for you defense users, you do have the iron shrooms in the area. They're not completely loaded. I mean, you have to kind of look for them, but they're here. I don't typically use the defense meals unless, you know, there's a special need for it, but I'm more about the attack power. I tend to have my defense in the extra heart containers. And, the uniform items. Okay, guys, so as I mentioned before, this is another combat shrine. We're going to come back to this. Once we get, you know, better armed and suited up and we can eat up, aka a high-level attack power meal, we're going to be golden. That's going to be a fun thing to do. But again, I want to wait on that, especially for newer players who might not, you know, be comfortable quite yet with the combat. So yeah, it's kind of, you know, a stressful situation, but I'll walk you through that real good with the proper weapon systems. There's quite a lot of radishes around here, and I still feel like I'm missing one. But, I'll circle back to this. Okay, now we do have a Karak seed here. I'm just going to go ahead and get it while we are in the area. I'm going to try to do stuff like this on the way. Because I'm not in a rush to get the bone suit. This journey, it's like getting there is half the fun kind of thing. So guys, on the way, just lots of stuff. Hardy ingredients, which you've already seen. We'll see durians, gemstones. We'll even start getting royal weapons before we even get to the Rainforest. Like, talk about your mind exploding. We just got off the Great Plateau. Like, what are we doing here? Okay, honestly, I'm gonna deal with these guys. Because I want this Korok seed. So if you take care of that one archer, you should be pretty clear from bad boy trouble. Unless the Lizzles followed you over, which I have had that happen. That's a lot of fun. Uh-oh, where's my flower? Am I jumping the gun? No, I'm just going the wrong direction. Alright, folks, rock and roll. Let's go ahead and ski-daddle, get back on our high horse. Or our fast horse. There's a freaking radish right there. And the ones I'm about to find probably still won't be all of them, but I am going to do my best to try to get all of them, because I know there's quite a few here. In fact, I've just kind of, you know, wandered around and found more since my series, which I'd really wished I had known better about before. Okay, see, cricket, cricket, cricket. Uh-oh. Ouch. I might have to deal with this guy. It was for the radish. So yeah, the crickets. I don't know, guys. The rock loot hasn't been there so far on the Switch 2 version. You know, my dry run, it was pretty insane. It was atypical, you know, gemstones, lizards, fun stuff. And so far in this playthrough, it hasn't been that type of party. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's just a little bit of bad luck. Where'd that Bob can go? Where did he go? He, like, disappeared. Maybe he auto-died or something? I don't know. But Tulin ain't around, so I know that's not what happened. So anyway, yeah, whatever I was talking about, I forgot. Oh yeah, the rock loot. I don't know, guys. I'm going to keep picking the rocks up, but if I keep seeing crickets and stuff, you know, that's not normal. So I don't know, I might have to go back through and watch all my streams so far up to this point, but all the rocks I picked up on Great Plateau, I don't remember anything fun being under there. No rupees. No gemstones popped out. No... I don't even think I got the hightail like I normally do, because I remember picking up the rocks and demonstrating like how to walk under them, and it was kind of like in the back of my mind, huh, where's the lizard that's like literally always been here for like 10,000 playthroughs? Did not see it one bit. Alright guys, I'm going to try to show you a map shot of where I'm at now. So basically I just followed the route, you know, taking the horse. And we are now here, and there's a lot of to-dos here. So I already know I'm going to need stamps. 20 is not going to cut it, but I guess I'll get as far as I can get. Alright guys, and the fun stuff for looting starts here at this tree. And again, use that yellow rune. It really helps a lot of these lootables to light up. Not only that, start scanning the river for a floating chest. We haven't even gotten to the rainforest, and we're already in this area for a royal weapon, a gold rupee, knight's weapons. Just... this is definitely where it's at. I love this route. I've always loved this route. The first time I ran it and just started randomly looting, I was like falling in love every second. Alright, looking around for another chest, and there it be. I believe this is going to be our first Royal Claymore in the game. Oh yeah, what am I even thinking? I've got all this spare inventory now. I already did all that mental work trying to figure out what I was going to drop. Completely unnecessary. Okay, definitely a good two-handed swinging weapon. That's, you might as well say, double what we were using. As a matter of fact, I'm only going to use that to break gemstones moving forward. It's going to be kind of like a farming tool more than a weapon. Alright, moving right along. I'm going to stay on the right side for now. We'll circle back on the other side of the river. But more random pickups should be around also. Yeah, definitely more chests. More weapons. And I pretty much go up the river now until I see a raft. I don't think I went that far up on my last playthrough, but it's worth it. There's some more stuff up here. And I should have just taken the time. I was right there. What's that they say about hindsight? It's always 2020. Well, mine isn't always 2020, but yes, it does happen frequently. Okay, I'm in a thunderstorm situation, which means I need to get metal stuff away from me and off of my person. This is why I always keep a wooden weapon, and it's sad that that's the only wooden weapon I have right now, because I don't want to use that here. That's for other fun stuff later on. And yeah, I can't remember if there's anything else. I usually see the raft by now. What is going on? So we're going to come back by this bridge. Okay, there's the raft. I think that's the other chest. We're just basically coming up on the back end of the bridge. But that's the bridge where the first piece of the bone suit's going to be. So yeah, we're going to come back to this little spot. Okay, that's a soldier's weapon. Yeah, we really didn't need that. Matter of fact, that's a leveling chest, so I would have been better served leaving it alone. Too late now. So I'm going to go ahead and cross over at this point. That almost looked like a fake boulder wall. It had me fooled for about 10 seconds. Alright, stand topside here. Go ahead and use that yellow rune again for another radish. I didn't mark those chests. Ugh. Actually, that was more like over there. Alright. I'll have to be more on the ball there, but what I'm looking for now, and again, Thunderstorm is going to be a problem. I didn't want to use this weapon here in this fashion, but there's a Lizal hiding in this little cubby hole right here. Just to show you on the map exactly where he's hiding. He's a little tough to kill, but guys, we've got the technology. We're going to use that and we're going to kill him pretty quick. So hopefully you still have that weapon with you. Now that would really kill him quick, but again, you know, that's not for him. That's for other purposes. Not only that, it's an electric Lizal. So guys, you are not going to want to get tangled up with him in a thunderstorm anyway, so I'm really going to have to wait out this storm. Reason being is once he fires off that electricity, it has a very big arc. So unless you're really, really far away from him, he's really going to knock it out of your hearts. Now, of course, I'm more experienced, you know, so I'm just going to go ahead and kill him now because I don't want to wait out the thunderstorm for real. But, you know, I do recommend just not doing stuff like this in the rain where electricity is concerned. Matter of fact, you might want to go ahead and drop a hard save here. One good thing about thunderstorms is sometimes if you just wait, sometimes his weapon will start drawing the lightning and he'll auto-die. So that might be another reason to wait if it is thunderstorming. But he is holding a royal weapon, guys. Or more specifically, he's holding the monster equivalent of the royal weapon. So, absolutely worth killing, you know. To take that royal weapon off of his hands. Because it is much better served in our hands. So what I'm going to do is kind of arm up, suit up, and eat up here to a degree. And I am going to, you know, cheat a little and use metal stuff, so I'm going to have to be very quick about this. Like, very quick. Go ahead and drill him in the head. Get that double damage on your arrow shot. Keep him in the cave. Well, see, that's a problem. Yikes! I wasn't locking on, I was starting to panic. Anyway, if you keep him in the cave, it keeps the rain off of you guys, and you might, you know, be able to not have to worry about that arc I keep talking about with his horn. So if you are going to do it in the rain, beat him into the cave and try to keep him in the cave. So not only did we get the royal weapon just now, silver freaking rupee, baby. We're already off to a great start. There it is, guys, 30 freaking 6. Now, it's a royal equivalent. It's not as durable. It breaks pretty quick. I mean, it's not like glass, but it isn't much better than that at the same time. So yeah, just keep in mind you're not going to have it forever. It's a real good get in, get something dead, and get out kind of weapon. But it really pushes the damage. Alright guys, so from here, notice the bad boy nest over there. I'm going to wait on that, because there's some more to-dos over here before we get to over there. So now we're kind of back where we left our horse, where Mr. Birdman is singing. And there's more looting to do here. Tons of more looting to do here. Coffee. Alright. Now this Karoxi's a bit tricky. You might have to play with this one a little bit. But you can be quick with Magnesis here. And as long as you got this ball in position and holding relatively still before you release, it usually works out. Like right about there. Too bad you can't punish this one for his insolence. That one definitely deserves punishment, because that's always a tough seed. I usually have to play with that one a little. Alright guys, from here we're going to kind of go left of the river and kind of back. There's some goodies back here that's going to go ahead and be gotten, because it's good stuff. Like gold rupee. I think a Karoxy is hiding over there. Maybe even another... radish. That's a bit out of the way. So yeah, just kind of stick to the river-ish. And I'll yellow rune around and see if I can't find that radish. Okay, I might have either already gotten it. Yeah, I might have already gotten it because I see my little stamps there. Alright, so go ahead and plop them into the water. Here it is, guys. Another gold rupee. We're going to be getting several of these in this video stream today. So yeah, Gerudo, here we come. Radiant armor set, here we come. We're going to be able to buy it. We're going to be able to upgrade it. The Rainforest is definitely a well-served multi-purpose looting point. Like, it takes care of so many checkboxes. Like, this is why I come out here first thing. Alright, so I think I'm pretty much done on this side. I don't see the durian tree. I think that's on the other side. So that'll be our first hardy durian. But I'm gonna get the horse over there. Did I get that croc? Yes. And this bad boy nest, guys, it's manageable. So I am gonna hit it because it's got a good gemstone. Not only that, we got the weapons now, so why not? Out of the way, Thunder. You in the way. Okay, it's not raining, so that's a good thing. I can actually climb this tree. And I'm loving that extra stamina, guys. I remember coming up here, like on that first playthrough, with not much stam. So like having this little bit of extra stam, it was already worth it. Getting ourselves over there. Okay, now I'm wearing stealth. I don't know. He's probably going to see me, you know, because line of sight. So I don't think I'm going to get any sneak striking in. This might just have to be a straight up kind of rock'em sock'em robots. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and arm up for this. Absolutely. At least until I get myself into a situation where I feel like I'm more in control of the battlefield. Yeah, he sees me. Oh no! But I cannot see him! Oh wow. I broke line of sight, now he has no idea I'm here. Okay, well there you go. You can just do it the easy way. That's the power of the stealth suit, guys. As long as you're not sprinting, you can absolutely get away with stuff like this, and I love it. I just think it's so comical. I don't think that's gonna sneak strike. I'm gonna risk it. Nope, I knew better. But the fall damage might get him. Haha! So yeah, anyway, just, you know, walk around. You don't have to worry about sprinting anyway. Unless you're getting chased and you have to run around screaming. And another reason I like this little hit spot of a bad boy nest. Random freaking goodies. You're going to start getting ingredients you haven't seen yet. In a lot of these rainforest crates. Like I said, guys, the rainforest is just so diverse. Everything, it's all fun. It's its own discovery, even just doing the mundane looting. And sometimes the blue bodkins will drop the guts, and guys, we need the guts. That's part of the radiant set upgrading. So I don't know, I might have to, you know, jump down and go find my lootables. If I don't see guts, I won't go out of my way. And I'm noticing this bow is lasting longer than what I remember these bows lasting. First mighty bananas of the game. Nice! So yeah, we got our gemstone, the prize of the nest. And let's see if I can see the loot drop. Well, the reason I didn't want to come down here is because of the dancing idiot. And those things, they're annoying, they won't leave you alone. Killing them is absolutely futile because you get nothing for your troubles, really. Just a weapon I don't like. Okay, there's his stuff. I don't see guts. Yeah, pass. Oh, there's some guts right freaking there. So again, guys, the Bobkin gut's super important. We need 9 total for the Radiant set. For the upgrade. So, you know, once you get more than 9, then feel free to start cooking with them. But up until 9, I just would just hold on to them. Hoard them until we get our super suit. Okay, so first hardy durian of the game. First actual... I'm not going to mark the durians. Or maybe I should, huh? No, it's going to get confusing with my... radish stamps. Yep, more stuff up here. More fun stuff as well. Spicy pepper. A few extra gemstones never hurt no one. And we're not done yet, guys. There's still more goodies over here. I might have to rune around until I find it. Yep, there it is right there. Big hardy radish. Big hardy radish. Big bada boom. That is 5 extra heart containers by itself. So guys, you can toss 5 big hardy radishes into a cooking pot. Now, I don't recommend doing that. You know, I like to spread those out a little better. But yes, you can absolutely toss 5 big hardy radishes into a cooking pot during a blood moon. 26 extra heart containers. Hot dog! Happy freaking birthday to us. And yeah, we're going to have way more than 6 big hardy radishes anyway. But guys, I recommend spreading that out a little better. You can't do anything with 22 heart containers that you can't do with 26. So, you know, it's only 4 extra, and that's just a big waste of big hardy radishes. When you would be better served spreading them out a little bit. Okay, now I think there's something right here. A radish, but this one I always like get hung up trying to find it. I'm gonna try to find it for y'all. Because it all starts looking the same, and I'm not sure which little plateau or whatever. And this one gets me every time, and then I spend way more time than I want running around looking for it. I think I already missed it. Oh, wait a minute. That might be it. Alright. Yep, I rode right past it. This is why I wish we could use runes on the horse. Nintendo, help us out! We need our runes! Alright, let's go ahead and get up a little bit further up the road. I remember this spot in Master Mode. It's hard to believe it was a year ago I played Master Mode. A year! Holy cow! Really? I was afraid of that. Aw, man. The stall monster that won't die. Let's try the other side. Maybe it's deeper. There we go. Ah, treasure chest. Shiny! There should be a couple here if I'm not mistaken. Alright, good stuff. The stamps are going away fast, guys. I'm noticing. We're gonna have to go back to the Great Plateau and delete them all. Actually, I probably won't do map overviews anyway in this playthrough. You know, I already did that, and a lot of people said they didn't like them. Very few people reached out and said, you know, thanks for making the map video, it helped, but I think overall, you know, just doing the map shots as I go is good enough. See, I think I'm just going to kind of stick to my Hardy Radish map and just some other odds and ends as we go, and then I'll just delete them as we go. Okay, I believe that's another hardy fish. Very nice. Yeah, I'll get some fishing down here too. Normally not tons of it, but it's definitely here. Alright, and for you DLC users, here it is. Here is your first piece of the Phantom Ganon armor. Right under the bridge. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that for sure. Oh, that's going to be kind of tough. It's going to be a mess. Alright, stealth up. Now again, I'm not going to equip this. I'll demonstrate it later, but for right now I'm just going to scoop them up. Oh yeah, I totally forgot I was working on a Korok seed once upon a time. And this was that bridge I pointed out a bit ago, so we're just on the other side of it now. There's the raft. That's where that soldier's weapon was that I really didn't need to go after. And I think that's pretty much it for this spot. Oh, no, wait a minute. Korok seed. I knew better. This one's way at the top of this tree. It's a balloon to pop. I mean, I could have probably just shot it from the floor, but it's more fun to lob a bomb at it, I think. Not only that, it saves on your arrows. I'm trying to demonstrate good habits. No bad habits. Oh, yep. Horses don't like the bridges, so you kind of got to gallop across. And then we can hit the spur. Here it is, guys. Welcome to the rainforest. When you start seeing the banana trees, you know you are in heaven. Well, as close to heaven as Hyrule can get, I guess. There's already monsters chasing people around, so yeah, it's kind of the opposite of heaven. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get the map so that we all can see exactly what we're doing here. We'll climb one of these tall trees. This one should work just fine. Just to show you where I wound up there. And guys, I know we don't have the map anymore, but I just followed the road. Let the horse do the work. Let your conscience be your guide. I really wished I had named the horse Conscience now. And we got the stamina, so this should be a lot easier than it was in my first playthrough. Oh yeah, the dancing idiot. Alright guys, there is some looting to do here. And I might just kill that guy just so that we can actually do a little looting here. But I don't want to run myself out of ice arrows. You need at least 6 ice arrows to get more royal weapons. And that's if you kill them all in the first try, so I try to use my ice arrows, somewhat sparingly. But yeah, I think I can sacrifice one just to kill this dancing idiot here. And I should probably take care of the bats first, because the bats are a problem. The bats cause lots of problems, so just shoot one, it doesn't matter which one. That should make them all go away, and then we can just focus on the dancing idiot. Now, I've got stealth on, but he can still see you. So, I don't know, maybe try to get behind the tower from him. Maybe you don't even have to deal with him. But again, I want to do looting here, so... Oh man, I missed. Because I'm a genius. I'm starting to fumble buttons. I don't know what's happening. The coffee isn't working. Whoop. We don't need an ice arrow for the second shot. Okay, so that wasn't too terrible. I thought that would be a tougher fight. So yeah, guys, some looting to do here. If you've got Octorok balloons, this is real easy. Plop one on, it should lift this slate thing out of your way. I said should. The only bad thing is sometimes it'll drop the thing right back down on top of where you needed it. Okay, that worked out. So we've got an updraft now. And I'm just now noticing that kind of looks like a bombable boulder. I don't know if I ever tried a bomb arrow on that. Okay, it is definitely not a bombable boulder. Go ahead and get you... Oh, there's some octoballoons right there. So if you didn't have one on your person, there you go. Got you a nice hardy radish. Nice little hiding spot. Not sure what's under door number 2 here. Let's find out. Funny, they gave you 2 Octorok balloons. That was a trap. What do we got? What do we got? Ooh, a chest. Rupees? Rupees! I didn't do any of this on my dry run. I was just trying to, hurry up and get it done so I had time. There go all the beetles because I'm sprinting. Whoops. Just to show you relative to the tower where that stuff was. Alright, very good. Yeah, lots of little goodies here for sure. More than I remember, if I'm being totally honest. Like, wowzers. And I see some more goodies over here. Under door number 4, I think we're up to. Oh, wow, yeah. Not bad. I don't know what this is doing here. Ah, there's another hidey hole. And I don't need it, but it's there if you so desire. And of course, I'm already on a roll. I might as well see what's under... No, wait, we already did that one. I'm pretty confident there's nothing over here other than Octorok trouble, but I'm here. And I'm on an opening spree, so I'm going to open my presents. It's Christmas in the rainforest. We are opening our presents. They are well wrapped. Ooh. Okay, it's another updraft. Alright, so speaking of updrafts, yeah, to get this tower, guys, it's kind of a doozy. It's a long climb, so if you don't have a ton of stamina packed, you're probably not going to make it. And it's deceiving, like, exactly how tall that thing is. So yeah, definitely take advantage of updrafts. And that'll give you a little bit of a head start on this climb. I could put my climbing cap on, but that feels like work. Alright, once you make it to the first platform, you're kind of safe. I would put a hard save down here just in case something happens and you fall off. Because that didn't happen to me during my dry run. And then right after it happened, I said that did not just happen in my dry run. Alright guys, we have made it to the tower. I definitely hope you guys are enjoying this. Please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I always appreciate that. Alright folks, I'm going to catch up on chat here while this is tinking. I'm loving it, guys. I just woke up, so I might not be as energetic as I have been, but believe me, my toes are wiggling, metaphorically and physically. I should bring, like, a change of socks out here when I play this game from now on. Hey, Brian Austin, welcome! Having a great weekend so far indeed. It's definitely been a nice Sabbath so far. And game time is always joy, so definitely loving this. Getting to spend it with you all is even better, so thank you so much for being here on Saturday with me. Ah, Keely, you got your coffee too. Nice. Speaking of coffee, I'm about due for a refill. The scope and pins. Alright, I might as well go ahead and put a good save down here. Yeah, guys, honestly, if you're on the fence about the Switch 2, I wouldn't rush into it. In all fairness, I'm not having any more fun, per se. Like, it still feels awesome to be in Breath of the Wild. And I'm comparing this back to back. So I played the 3 days right before I bought the Switch 2 on the Switch 1. And I was just sitting here dancing the whole time on the couch, just having a blast. It hasn't increased the joy of the game for me. But, you know, if you're big on graphics, there is a noticeable difference on graphics. So again, if you're on the fence, I would probably just hold off a bit. Maybe wait until more comes out, you know, maybe until possibly more improvements are done. I usually wait on systems. I normally don't go out and buy them right away. I usually wait until they're used, as a matter of fact, because they always come with extra controllers, games, just whatever. So I feel like I get more for the money. This is actually the first time I've ever gone out and bought a new system right away. Ever. Yeah, Brian Austin, about those remakes or whatever, the Zelda stuff, I hope, like, You know, if they're gonna put the awesome graphic machine together, then let's get the old school games back with the good graphics. Like, and I mean really remaster. Like, if they were to remaster, wow, just some of my favorites, like Twilight Princess. If that was completely modernized graphics and it looked like this in the world, I'd buy it without even a thought process. I'd be like, oh, there it is, cha-ching! What did I just do? Same thing with Wind Waker. I'd absolutely play that again. I'm sure a lot of people would play Majora's Mask again. Again, if it had graphics that looked like this. The bad thing is a lot of times, remasters don't take the time to redesign all the world textures and stuff, and I think that's sad. That they need to basically just rebuild the game. At least the world settings. But yeah, Twilight Princess, I'd absolutely love that. Skyward Sword even. I'd absolutely replay that. But I can't go backwards in graphics. So Nintendo, if you're watching, I can't do it, sorry. I'll only drop the money if it's completely remastered. Hey Sylvia, welcome. Good to see you again this morning. Yeah, I keep hearing rumors about the next Zelda game. Like one after Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know if it's going to be a follow-on. But if and when there is a new Zelda game coming out, I hope they don't go backwards in the tech and they don't go backwards in the views and stuff like the Zelda game that just came out. I tried it. I just couldn't get into it. It has to feel like this to me. Those are the games I like to play now, so it's just tough for me to go back to the other types, the 2Ds and the God views. Yeah, Marigold, so if you want the improved graphics, it's not just the Switch you got to think about. You got to think about the TV, too. Because if it's not a 4K TV, the Switch dock will not push a 4K signal. So that starts getting real expensive when, all you're looking for is graphics. I'm just reading through chat, guys. I love it. Hey, Kathy, welcome. I hope I'm not missing anybody here. Sometimes I make a mistake and think I already said hi to someone and I didn't. Kento, hey, welcome. Good to see you. Jim Lewis, conscience won't work for the horrors? Man, I'm going to have to misspell it. I'll figure it out. I'll try to spell it phonetically. Conscience. C-O-N-T-I-O-U-S. Conscience. I don't know. I'll figure something out, but it would be fun. It'd be fun to play with that one. But I kind of like some of the other names you guys threw out there last night, too. I don't know. It's a tough call. Oh yeah, good call, Jim Lewis. Getting to this tower, if you needed the extra help, of course you're going to be chewing through stamina, but you can use the cliff wall there. It's another way. It kind of gives you a bit of a shorter climb. Oh, I missed a slab. Okay, I'll have to go back down there and see if there was a goodie under there. Yeah, Marigold, wait until the coffee kicks in. I'm not energetic yet. I'm getting there. Hey, Buffy One South. Good to see ya. It is all good in the neighborhood. Hope you have a good day. Yeah, Ocarina of Time. Good call, Keely. I'd definitely play that one again. Again, if it looked like this, I would be all over that. I had so much fun playing that game. I loved going into Zora's Domain. Beautiful game. Yeah, Sylvia, I missed that. I missed the Game Boy. I didn't play any of the Zelda games on the Game Boy, so I did miss a lot of storyline in the Zelda lore. I was really unhappy with Nintendo for making those only handheld. I refused to buy the thing just to play the Zelda game. I kind of wished I had, looking back. I was being stubborn about it, but yeah, I wished I could have played it on my actual TV set. But yeah, some of those were only Game Boy. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get myself out of the way here one last time. And we're going to get into the Rainforest. Toodles! Alright, folks. So, from the Rainforest, now that we have our map, I'll kind of show you what we did here getting to this point. Lots of goodies here. Holy guacamole. All those chests are worthwhile. Well, probably not that one. Honestly, I'm going to de-stamp that, because the whole reason we came here was for Knights and Better, and Royal. So honestly, why did we even go there? I don't know. I'm kind of smacking myself right now for that. But, yeah, there it is, guys. And again, I already know I'm going to need stamps, so I'm going to delete the Great Plateau stuff, because we've already been there, done that. And I feel like I already did a good map overview for that. So, yeah, I'm just going to... why is my toggle not working? What is happening here? I guess I have to down arrow. That's not working either. What's happening? I cannot wait until I get my new Pro controller. Like, I need it! That was the one thing all the stores were out of, for sure. No Pro controllers left. And I still have one for the Switch, but it's so worn out it's got real bad controller drift, so it's unusable. But I think the old controllers will still work on the new. Wow, that's a lot of stamps I'm getting back. There was a lot to do on the plateau. Holy guacamole. Yeah, I used to be able to do this a lot quicker, but that down arrow and the down toggle aren't being super responsive. I don't know, maybe my laptop's in the way from the signal to my Switch. I might have to go over there and move that. Yeah, it's working better now that I moved my hands out of the way. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to go move the machine over just a little bit. Alright, that should do the job. And I think I did all this as part of the Great Plateau, so these can all definitely go. I guess that didn't fix it. And of course, good old Majora's. I'm going to leave that there for sure. Alright guys, so yeah, let's get back to the Rainforest. Now, just to show you the map what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be kind of hitting all these little areas. There's a Lionel up here. That's no bueno. We'll come back to him later. Don't worry, he's still a dead man, but not right now. In fact, I'm going to wait until I get the Radiant set. Again, I don't want the DLC or the non-DLC users to feel left out. We're all going to get it. We're all going to come back here. We're all going to make him a dead man. There's a lot of durians and stuff around here, guys. Hardy radishes. The other piece of bone suit is going to be over here. One of the two other pieces. The Phantom Ganon armor. And then the final one is going to be, and I don't know the precise location, it's right next to a statue under these trees somewhere. So ultimately, those are the two locations we're heading toward. But on the way, guys, we're going to kind of do a little loop around here on the upper side. So much fun. So much fun stuff. That's actually where one of our rubber armor pieces are anyway, so we have to go that way regardless. Okay, and I think I can actually one-hit these guys. With a Lizalfos, ironically. And the durian party is already beginning. Okay, now I think that's what tagged me on Lake Floria, and I had that thought after last night. I was like, wait a minute, that wasn't a knight equivalent. That's just the regular soldier's equivalent. But yeah, he tagged me with that, and I got one hit. So, pretty wild. Like, I thought that was a stronger weapon that tagged me. And I was like, no, wait a minute, the knight's equivalent, that's the large boomerang. And I laid there in bed thinking about it. I almost came back out here and turned the switch on. I was like, no, I'll do it tomorrow. But pretty crazy. So anyway, guys, yeah, welcome to Durian Country. I call it Durian Country in my mind because that's what's here. And this is where our extra heart containers are going to come from. Primarily that I keep talking about. That in conjunction with all the radishes. And guys, you ain't seen nothing yet on the radishes side. Plenty of big hardy radishes to be had around here. And throughout Hyrule in general. We are going to be cooking hearty meals 4 days. Not only that, I take the time to get the extra firewood. You know, if I'm already spending the time to chop trees down for the fruit, I also want to go ahead and get the bundles of wood, as we're going to need them later on. Nice little hiding spot for a random fish. Alright, go ahead. We got another tree here by a Korok seed. I'm going to get the seed while I'm at it. There we go. The flow. The crow. Oh yeah, and you can collect these durians back. And that one that was already here will respawn in time, as will all of these that we're collecting from the trees. Everything respawns. The fruit takes a little longer to respawn, so you might turn your back and find all the trees are back all of a sudden. And that can fool you into thinking maybe the fruit is back too. Not quite. We'll have to wait a little bit for that. See, I'm sprinting around and I should be walking, not running. Because there's lizards, guys. Not only the hightails, but the hardy. See, I'm going to stop sprinting and try my best to stay strong here and do it right. The bad thing is they're tough to see. Especially the lizards and stuff, they don't always jump out at you. Especially where there's grass and foliage. I said foliage. Alright, some of these trees have one, some of these trees have two, and I feel like I'm missing a random durian or two, and I don't know why. I think I'm overthinking it. Trying to be too thorough. But anyway, yeah, I don't think I'm going to have any more luck with insects and lizards. But yeah, again, just if you walk, don't run, you'll see them. And the hardy lizards aren't super critical. I do like to get a picture of one. We don't have the Sheikah Slate to be able to do that yet, so we can collect one for now. And then later on we can throw one down and blow him up to get a picture when we do get the Sheikah Slate upgraded. And guys, that's going to be important for Eventide, because there's a lot of hardy lizards on Eventide. And it's worth it to take the time to scout those, you know, with the Sheikah Slate. That really makes your life force more survivable out there. Alright. Big hardy radish. Big bada boom. Definitely loving that. Okay, so that's Durian Country. There's some more to-dos here before we start making our climb. I'm going to kind of go off to the right and loot all this fun stuff down here. Then again, it's not raining right now. I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to kind of do this in a particular order. I want to go after the bone suit as a primary, and then just kind of get stuff on the way. So yeah, before we make this climb... And there's a nice little hidey hole for a treasure chest right under me, but I'll do that later. So many things to do, so little time. Not sure if there's anything worthwhile under here. I'm going to check. I'm already out of balloons already. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Ah, wise guy. Not sure there's anything else here that's fun. Yeah, a couple of things. Bananas, guys. And I'm letting beetles get away. Ugh, slow down. It's so hard. Like, I just want to sprint around everywhere because I'm excited. And it's so hard to do it slow. Like, it really takes self-discipline. And I'm clearly not self-disciplined. Alright, so we got a sunken treasure chest here. And that, of course, is selling power, so I always take the time to get my ambers and my opals. They add up. They add up good. If it's thunderstorming here, beware. That boulder attracts lightning. And it attracts lightning very efficiently. So you're definitely going to want to keep that far away from Link. Matter of fact, just like get it out of the way. Toss it somewhere random. And then for these, you're going to have to use good old Cryonis. And it doesn't always get both chests. I got lucky there. Alright guys, Phantom Ganon. It's right next to me. Right by that waterfall. EX chest. Piece number 2 of 3. Loving it. Alright, go ahead and stamp that with a B for baby and me. Now there's nothing else really over here, not that I remember. I'm going to take a quick peek just to make sure I'm being thorough. Because anytime I see a slab, it gets my spidey senses tingling. Even if I already know better, like I still have to check it. Oh, there's a chest under this one, but I think it's something nobody wants. Yep, double axe. Nobody wants that. Well, some people might want it, but for me, I just use whatever weapon I happen to have for crates. I mean, I normally don't even use weapons. I try to use magnesis for the fullest extent possible. But, so anyway, yeah, enough babbling about that. I'm going to go ahead and get back to our tower and get back up topside now on this cliff wall, while we still can. And there's lots of stuff to do down below the tower, and guys, we're going to come back to that, because there's radishes down there. There's Endura Frogs down there, which is going to give us a stamina top-off plus some extra stamina, kind of like the extra heart containers. So that's always a nice loot spot. The thing is I don't know how much time I've got, and I got to be cognizant of the Blood Moon, because, guys, I want to do some Blood Moon cooking. Absolutely important to do Blood Moon cooking, because you get bonuses. So not knowing when my next Blood Moon is coming, I might have to kind of, like, temporarily abort mission, you know, go do some cooking, and then kind of get back into the Rainforest raid. But I'm going to try to prioritize the mighty bananas from that point, that I just put that save down. If I just don't have the time to go around and get more durians. But between the radishes and the durians we've already got, we can already push quite a few hearty meals. More than what we're going to need initially here. Okay, again with lizards and insects, start slowing down as you near the tree. Sometimes they'll be on the floor, but definitely around the trees. And now that I'm paying attention and walking slow, watch, I'll get nothing. Nothing will spawn in now because I'm on the ball. And that's just the way it works out. But here we go, guys. Another big, hearty freaking radish. It is a great day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? Yeah, still no fun stuff on the trees. And you know, sometimes I think these things are day and night specific. There we go. The power of the stealth suit, guys. Love it. Speaking of more durians. Oh, more beetles. So yeah, not only do we get the attack power beetles, but the rugged is for the defense elixirs. So you've got both here. And before a Blood Moon, I also want to raid that Hinox. I'm going to drop another hard save here. Because we got stealth now. Actually, now that I have full stealth, I can just walk on him. I don't have to land on him anymore. But don't super sprint. You got to do it by regular walking speed. And you can jump. But don't super sprint. Stay away from that button. And I definitely need to drop some stuff. I can't remember what all he has. I know for a fact he's got a good bow. Knight's bow, guys. Knight's broadsword, Knight's bow, Knight's claymore. Yeah, I want that too. That's garbage. There it is, guys. We're already moving up in the weapons world. Got a couple of Knight's weapons in there, and now we got this Knight's bow. It's it's where this one comes from, so that's the monster equivalent, but this one lasts a lot longer. And wow, it packs a punch into one little arrow. I absolutely love the Knight's bow. So yeah, we'll go ahead and mark him with a B for baby and me. And no moon yet. So I guess I'll just continue durian farming. Now you can't use a bomb on this tree because it wakes him up. But all the other trees, I think you're safe to use bombs. Oops. I wasn't quite far enough away from him before I started sprinting there. I like how they give you a warning. They're like, up, up, up. And then if you stand still for a second, you know, they can go right back to sleep. So it's like an early warning system. That was thoughtful. Alright, so I'm going to kind of skirt him and go back over this direction. And again, the Lionel, we don't need to go up there right now. We're definitely going to come back to him, though. He's going to die. But for our purposes for the stream here, for the weapons and looting, I don't know if I want to hit Coeur d'Alene Lake right now. Okay, yeah, definitely no Blood Moon tonight. Awesome. That gives us a little more looting time here in the Rainforest. Okay, we haven't gotten that beetle yet, but that's another one that's important to get a picture for. Because later on it's... Dancing Idiot. I'm here, we're gonna do this now. Yeah, he's a bit on the tougher side. But there's a couple of chests here, so I kind of feel like we need to do this. And check out the difference now. I was totally okay with taking a 1 heart penalty there to make sure that guy died. The dancing idiot. Okay, a couple of different ways you can get this boulder out of the way. You can just use an ice block. This is my normally, you know, preferred method because it's easier to manipulate the balloons on this thing. Not only that, it's already kind of got a head start on getting out of the way thanks to the ice block. So then you can jump down here, and then a new ice block will need to be made for the chests. Opal, oh yeah! I hope I didn't miss tagging anything. Purple rupee. Yep, that was already worth it. And then I'm not sure if there's anything else hiding underwater. There sure is. Check that out. And it's metal, so be careful in thunderstorms. Anything metal is going to be a big problem here. So yeah, we're going to have to keep a distance from that chest while we're, you know, working with it. Get in, get out. Yikes! Okay, I'm not seeing anything else really. It's just going to be this rock. So much easier with that initial ice block. Oops. Fancy footwork there. Gold freaking rupee, guys. I promised multiple rupees. I kind of forgot that was there, but yeah, that's one of the golden rupees that I always enjoy getting. The reason being is because I usually like to avoid the dancing idiot, so you know... Is it worth coming down here? Absolutely. I mean, 400 rupees in one little loot spot. You can't beat that. Really, 450 if you count the purple rupee that was over there. So yeah, I really love that loot spot. And I don't remember if I avoided that or hit that in my original series. Maybe I was worried, you know, new players wouldn't jive with that too well with the dancing idiot. But honestly, once you have a knight's bow, it's not that hard anymore. Alright, and the good thing about this is you don't have to do a ton of climbing, so rain or shine, that's a safe loot spot. And guys, I know, I see the slab. I don't think there's anything here, but... Since I can't remember... There's a chest. Ooh, another purple rupee. So there it is, guys. 500 rupees right here in this little spot. Nice! Alright, now the rain is definitely going to be a problem. I'm going to show you how to climb in the rain. But with the amount of stam we have, it's going to be tough. And I'm not sure, completely convinced it's going to be worth the meals we're going to have to eat to make it happen. But anyway, since we all have the climbing bandana in our walkthrough, I will show it. But before anything, I always put a hard save down, because if you chew through all your stam and you realize it's not working out, then, you know, you can reload that save and get your meals back. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, go ahead and put your climbing helmet on. Or the bandana. And that'll help a little bit. You can get more steps before you slide. A speed elixir or speed meal will do the same effect. So it has more to do with time than numbers of steps. So you have to get the more steps for the timing that you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, jump, slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, jump, slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, jump, hopefully no slide. Okay, we made it. So that's basically how you climb in the rain, guys. And again, that's why I say it might start getting expensive with the stamina meals. Because, you know, you don't make so much ground with the sliding back down during the rainstorms. But it is doable. The question you have to ask yourself is it worth it to sacrifice all this stamina to make this climb right now? And the answer is yes, if I can make it happen. This just might not work out. Actually, honestly, I don't think it is. With the amount of stamina we have, that's going to be awful tough to do in the rain. But I've got the hard save down, so I'm going to try it. Don't know how far we're going to get. Yeah, honestly, I don't think this is going to work out. Well, then again, we're awful close. I think we got it, guys. I made it. Link gets a surprising amount of distance on that final jump. So yeah, that wasn't too terrible. And I used, what, 3 or 4 meals there? That wasn't horrible. So yeah, I am definitely happy with our climb in the rain there, for sure. Okay, guys, there it is, another BHR, Big Hardy Radish. Big bada boom. And there's a hardy freaking lizard, speaking of the devils. I barely saw him at the last possible second. I almost sprinted, and I was like, nope, push the A button instead. Abort mission. Okay, you might find some more goodies up here. Just random, you know, insect loose type stuffs. I don't think there's a ton of loot. But there is over here where the water is. Lots of goodies in this little pond. So yeah, let's go get those. For sure, like... I already feel like we're loaded up, you know, like with the looting and stuff. Pretty insane. Okay, so yeah, lots and lots of goodies here, guys. You can already see them lighting up, and we haven't even really gotten started here, so... And the rupees just keep coming. I'm telling you guys, TOTK just doesn't give you that satisfaction on the looting. Like BOTW, you can't walk more than 10 yards in any given direction from any point on the map and not find something amazing. And it's always exciting. And I love that. It's like you're tripping over a loot. It's just never ending. And that was part of the allure to me, because it was fun just roaming the map. For that reason and that reason alone. And TOTK is just not as much fun. It feels more like you're just kind of grinding for Crocs. Granted, there are sweet spots there for loot. You know, and I tried to hit those. But, yeah, overall, it's just a different feel where the looting is concerned. Alright. Good old Mr. Korok. Still more goodies here. Yeah, quite a few, and I can't remember what's what now. There might be a weapon here or something. But I'm looking for arrows. There's gonna be like fire ice arrows around here. Okay, yeah, that's cool too. And be careful during thunderstorms. Again, the metal attracts the lightning, so make sure you keep the chests away from your ice block. Because it's no fun when the lightning comes down and destroys your ice block. Oh, a Phonics bow. Yeah, I'll go ahead and tech refresh my other one. Alright, definitely more goodies. I'm going to go over there and hit that bad boy. Whoop. Cooperate. And getting back to thunderstorms, that deal over there, yeah, that's another lightning rod. So much fun. You might also find more hardy bass in this lake. I haven't seen any, but it's raining and it's tougher for me to see the fish in the rain. So I don't know. But more often than not, I'll definitely see them swimming around here. Look at all this loot, guys. It's just insanity. And we're still not done. And this is all one lake. One lake. Like, I want to put that in perspective. One lake. Wow, I need to find me some Octoroks. This is not okay anymore. That chest almost got away from me. Okay, there's my fire arrows. This must be my ice arrows. Perfect. Alright, continuing on with our lap around the Lake Floria. I guess is what I'll call this little adventure. Mini Gold Rush Mountain. I thought there was some... Ah, man! I'll let the lizard get away. Actually, I'm going to slow that down a little for you, show you the map shot of where I'm at. Yeah, I need to get that bandana off, because it is lowering my stealth capability. Just a little bit. I mean, you can usually still scoop stuff up with the mid-level, but the high little level just gives you that extra half a second or so to respond to something. Okay, so now here's a Korok seed configuration we have not yet seen. This can be an apple tree, it can be a durian tree, but what you have to do is match the fruit. So the other two trees, it's got one hanging down off the left here. So that's the durian I want to leave alone. So the durians I want to collect are going to be this one and this one. And then just to speed things up a little bit, and of course collect my firewood, I'll do my little Dominoes. I call this Dominoes. Not to be confused with Domino's Pizza. But yeah, we're going to make dominoes out of the trees. Because when the tree falls one way, you can lob another bomb and knock the next tree down. Well, I kind of messied that up there because the blob from another planet was messing up my forte. But yeah, basically you can make dominoes with the trees. And get your wood while you knock down the next tree. Ideally, that's the way I like that to go. The only bad thing is sometimes you can knock the durians off the trees and it's tough to find them. And I think I just lost a durian. Ouch! Neck, shoulders, elbow, spleen! So I think that's the second time I've blown myself up with bombs in this playthrough. I'm not really sure. Actually, I think that might be the first time I've blown myself up with bombs in this playthrough. Another badge of honor moment. Alright, I don't know where that durian went. Man. Well, guess who's going to be taking a 1 heart penalty to get back up there. Yeah, I just don't feel like eating the stam. Alright, but we magically appear right back where we wanted. I saw that Octorok. If I was more on the ball, I would have killed him and gotten another balloon before I drowned. But there's another one down here, luckily for me. Alright, at least 2. 2 is better than 0. You'll usually see Octoroks in this pond. More than 1. Now before I go cave diving, there's a nice little treasure chest out here. A few extra rupees never hurt no one. Actually, I'll just do this one old school. I keep the bomb arrows more for farming purposes, rather than combat situations. Wow, terrible gemstone drops on that one. Normally I at least get a ruby or something out of here. But hey, they all add up. So still not a waste of time. Or 2 bomb arrows for that matter. Alright, so here we are, guys. Now I'm going to jump down to this other lake. Actually, no, it's down here. Crayola Lake. Whatever. Crayola Crayons Lake. Not because it's pretty colors, but because there's stuff to do here. I keep talking about this armor. Yeah, that's definitely here. So there's a shrine quest there, that little thing, and it's always thunderstorming here at this lake, and that's by design. So now I think in my last playthrough, I got the block to attract the lightning. I'm not going to do that this time, because that can kind of be nuisancey. So what I'm just going to kind of do is go out there and get the block. And be aware, it attracts lightning, so put your ice block out a little ways from it. So that you can kind of stay safe while you're doing this. And keep that thing at arm's length. Push it all the way out as far as it'll go from you. Get it kind of close to land there. And again, stay away from it. But we can use that for a Korok seed. Uh-oh. Hope I don't get zapped. Again, keep it away from you because that lightning will really take it out of your hearts. If not, it'll kill you. I really can't see what I'm doing, so I'm going to have to get a little closer. But yeah, we need to put it on top of that bad boy right there. So now you might be wondering, well, if we don't use that block, then what do we use to get the shrine exposed? And yeah, there is a way. Where there's a will, there's always a way. But to do so, I'm going to have to sacrifice a metal weapon, and that's totally okay. I've got garbage on me anyway. Nobody wants garbage. Don't forget your big hearty radish, BHR. You can talk to him if you want and actually activate the shrine quest. I'm not going to bother. So yeah, what we need to do is actually climb up here, and we're going to put down a metal weapon. Right here in the center. It looks like a little mini volcano. And like I said, if I lose this weapon, it's no skin off my back, because we're about to get an inventory full of royal and knight's weaponry. So soldiers' weapons are going to be a thing of the past here real soon. So you guys, just go ahead and put that down and stand by it. Stay kind of close to it. You know, it'll help the lightning kind of figure out where you're at, so it tries to come and get you. And then that blade will hopefully take over and start sparkling. So once it does, and I like to stand here just for a second. I don't like to lose line of sight. And I just kind of like to watch and make sure that that lightning is going to stay attracted to that metal weapon. Now, sometimes if you're lucky, you can get your weapon back. So yeah, wow, I got really lucky there. A lot of times I lose track of where they end up. You know, they get kind of tossed. So yeah, sometimes that's why I say make sure you put something down you're not going to mind losing. So yeah, here it is, guys. High time for shrine time. We're going to dive right in. And it's just a blessing shrine, so I'm going to come back on while I'm trying to multitask here and catch up on chat. But I definitely hope you guys are enjoying the play so far. Sylvia, I got the game for the Switch now. Nice. Such a fun game. Such a fun game. Okay, here it is, guys. Piece of our rubber armor. Booyah. So I genuinely hope that helps you all out. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, that is always appreciated. And as always, until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. Alright, we're not done with the stream yet. I'm sorry that's confusing, but definitely not done with the stream yet. Yeah, Keely, I feel ya. Playing the older games, like, I just can't go back in the graphics anymore. I'm spoiled. I'll just say it how it is. I'm very spoiled. I had fun with them. They were great for their time, but their time has passed, like, as far as I'm concerned. So unless they do real legitimate remasters, I'm just not interested anymore. The dreaded stamps. So Sylvia, to answer your question on that, I personally like the Pro controllers. I play a lot of Xbox too, so the controllers are like the same for me. When I break out the Joy-Cons or put the Joy-Cons in that little holder thingy, it messes up my mental mapping of where buttons are, and I tend to press a lot of wrong buttons. So it's just easier for me. But long before I ever bought an Xbox, I had a Switch, and that Joy-Con system was just fine. So I would only really recommend the Pro Controller if you're playing other consoles anyway. It might make it easier. Yeah, Keely, there's usually beetles around here on the palm trees. Absolutely. Jim Lewis. Yep, the lightning and the boulders. Ask me how I know. Good stuff. Yeah, Keely, I thought about killing that Henox. We're going to come back to that. We're going to do a proper hunt. As soon as we get Blood Moon. Speaking of which. Actually, you know what? No, stand by. I want to have time, in case a Blood Moon's coming, to like do some more last minute stuff. Bananas, more royal weapons off another Henox. You know, we're going to need a few minutes for all that. As a matter of fact, before I proceed on any further, just to make sure we've got it in the bank, we're going to go do that right freaking now. We're going to go rob a Henox. Hey, Countess. I'm not sure if I said hi to you today. I hope I didn't miss you, but hello and goodbye. Happy hunting. Thank you so much. Yeah, good call, Jim Lewis. I don't need the bandana right now. I should be running around in full stealth. As a matter of fact, when I go deal with this Henox, I'm going to definitely want that on. So thanks for saving me. Because I would have pulled a typical me, gone out there completely unprepared, and wondered why the Hinox was waking up. You guys know me so well. I love it. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way. Peace out, Home Scout. Loving the chat. Always loving the chat. Alright guys, yeah, let's go rob the Hinox. And before we rob the Hinox, I'm going to get a few quick... scratch that. We can do that quick at the last minute if needed. I'm going to try to put the time more into Lake Floria for right now. Before we hit this Blood Moon. But yeah, the main point of the Blood Moon is recycling weapons. I don't necessarily care if the Hinox dies right now. It's more about the weapons. And there is a treasure chest on top of this pillar. It's a wooden boomerang. I never stock those, but feel free to grab it if you so desire. I'm just going to kind of use it as a launch point right now. And again, guys, it's all about the weapons. So let's go ahead and make some space for that. I think we've got 2 weapons and a bow. And guys, get ready to wiggle your toes. It is a royal freaking broadsword and a royal freaking bow. Loving it! Thank you, Mr. Hinox. Sleep soundly, my son. So I will go ahead and stamp that. Sleep soundly until I come back to kill you! And kill you quick. Guys, when we have the bone system, this thing is going to die fast. You won't even have to really fight it. It'll die before it really gets on its feet and wakes up and figures out what's going on. It's pretty awesome. And check it out, he's blowing bubbles. Wonder if you can shoot the bubbles. No, you cannot shoot the bubbles. Good to know. Alright, let's get out of here before he wakes up and realizes we're standing on top of him. Look at the look on Link's face. He's like, what am I doing up here? This is not okay. Alright guys, let's go back to our shrine that we just unlocked. A couple of things to do over here before we actually get our hands on that third piece of the bone system. And I suppose I will demonstrate that both ways. You know, we're going to use it for both bone systems. But for now, I'm just going to kind of ignore the Hinox. We got the weapons. That was the important part. Look at this inventory now, guys. I mean, look at our bows. Pow! Freaking amazing. Right off the Great Plateau. And look at this weapon set. Amazing. Again, right off the Great Plateau. And guys, there's more coming. Royal Claymores, 2 of them. Just absolutely amazing. So yeah, I mentioned some things to do before we actually go down to that pin for the third piece. I want to kind of go over here and hit this up since we have the altitude to do it. There's a couple of more goodies around here. Not only that, I want to jump down here for another shrine because again, the spirit orbs are important. We want to get our stamina. Like, we need that. That's part of the bone system. So yeah, there's a hidden shrine we need to hit. Not only that, a whole bunch of treasure chests down here that are definitely worthwhile to go just a little bit out of our way for. Not far out of our way. Just a little out of our way. I don't think there's anything up here. No, we need to go down a little further. There's like a little cave with a chest somewhere. Right behind me, maybe? No. Am I losing my scruples? Is there a cave over here? Okay, I stand corrected. Nothing here, disregard what I just said. Okay, nothing really up here. I guess I'm gonna see what's under this fake boulder. I don't mind getting 5 arrows in this game because it's rare. And we should have another dancing idiot here, or so I thought. I guess not. Yep, we do have a dancing idiot here. Okay. I don't think we need to worry about him yet. I think he ignores us as long as we're only over here playing with the boulder. I hope I don't have to eat my own words here. But sometimes I can get lucky and lightning will strike that and it'll damage him a little, I think. Dancing, dancing, dancing. The dancing idiot. He is always dancing. We can dance. We can dance. We can dance. And why am I holding freaking bomb arrows? That is not okay. Okay, there's another chest here somewhere. We're gonna find that. Oh, it's hiding by my boulder now. I don't know if this is too close for dancing idiot. Let's see what happens. Oh man! Okay, well. I did not pull out my bow. Fail, fail, fail. This is bad, guys. This is real bad. There might be death here. Because he shoots electricity, and that electricity can really cause a problem in the water. Come on. Come on! Okay. And I don't know what the problem is right now with my bow. It's probably me. There we go. Jeevers. The dancing idiot that won't die. Because I'm dying. Golly, I hate these things. Laura versus the dancing idiot, round 1. Okay, now we got him. Okay, I can relax a little now. That was getting a little hairy. Note to self, no dancing idiots in the water, ever. That's like playing with a toaster that's plugged in while you're in the bathtub. Nobody does that for a reason. So I hope I haven't run myself too low with the arrows at this point. I don't know if we got a blood moon tonight, so I'm going to have to pay real close attention to that, because I'm about to dip into a shrine, and that can definitely cause a problem. Not sure what's under here, but I remember it not... Actually, it's a gemstone nut. I do kind of want that. If I've got the balloons for it. Of course, you can always use stasis to punch these things out of the way, but that's wear and tear on weapons. I don't normally like to do that. A soldier's claymore that I never used. Still sitting in my inventory. Oh wow, I just got a topaz? That was already worth it. Okay, now before I dip into the shrine, I need to see what kind of moon we got. I don't know if I can. I don't want to lose the blood moon, guys, because that's cooking. And I want time to go get bananas if that's going to be the case. So yeah, I really need to pay attention here. Ow! You just tagged me. You jerk. Come down here and say that to my face. Alright, don't worry about that Korok seed. We can't get it now anyway. We have to have the Zora shirt for that. I really can't see the moon from down here, so I'm going to have to wait till 11:30 and see if the music fires off. Or maybe I can activate this travel gate real quick. But that doesn't give me a lot of time for banana collecting. I've got that funny feeling. Could be a blood moon. The spidey senses are a-tingling. I hope not, because I want more time for looting. I want to be better prepared for cooking. But I've got that funny feeling. Oh no, we're good. Wow. Have not triggered it yet. Good deal. So I might have to go out and do a little bit of killing, you know, in order to make that happen, because that looks like a full moon. Alright, so anyway, good to go. Back to our shrine. Back to business. And while that's tinking, I'm going to go get more coffee, because it is coffee time. It is coffee and dark chocolate time. So getting back to what I was saying, I don't know, last night and the night before and the night before that, and pretty much all nights for the past few months, I've been learning so much from you guys. It never even crossed my mind to take this to get over there. Never even crossed my mind. You gotta kind of... You gotta kind of spam the jump button, but you can do it. And yeah, that saves a lot of time. Definitely saves a lot of time. But, you know, if you want to see how to do it the right way, I'll show you that too. Because honestly, it is kind of tough to hit that ledge. So, what I would do is just kind of set a bomb down here. And as soon as this thing bumpers and starts going back toward the center, go ahead and detonate your ordnance. And that should be just about right for the ball to go in the hole. And then that would effectively launch the treasure chest to us. We wouldn't have to go to it. So yeah, again, I'll go ahead and show you that way for both puzzles. But launching yourself is another viable option in case this isn't working out for you. Sit still. There you go. Alright, so anyway, we need to freeze one of these. It doesn't matter which one. At the top. And then when the other one gets to the top, we can detonate our ordnance. Ball should go in the hole. And voila. And this is the most important one, by the way. That's our key to get out of here. So, folks, I genuinely hope that helped you all out. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, I always appreciate that. And as always, until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. Booyah. Yeah, Wanda, that dragon is a nuisance. The electricity. It's unavoidable. You're gonna watch me get my butt handed to me around that dragon here at some point. It's a great time. Wizrobe. So let me guess, Marigold, you thought its official name was Dancing Idiot, thanks to me? That's awesome. Yeah, Wizrobe. They have a Wizro in Hyrule Warriors, and I think that's kind of sort of along the same lines that they were going for. I'm not really sure, but the name is like surprisingly close, so I'm assuming. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this little adventure. Now we're going to work back over to Crayola Lake. Hot Wizard and Frosty Wizard, I like it. Zoom on their face. Huh, I'll have to pay more attention to that. Hey Brad, welcome, good to see ya. What's happened so far? Not much. I'll show you the map and you'll already know. But yeah, that's where we've been. We've just kind of done this little lap around the northern edge here, getting all the goods. And I'm about to get the third and final piece of the bone system. Loving it. I'm not going to use it yet, though. Again, I want to get the Radiant set. Once everybody has the bone system, then we're going to go out and have some fun. Undeniable fun. It's going to be awesome. Speaking of which, I still need to go get the second Moblin Club. I'm going to do that right now while we're talking about it. Do a quick milk run. We need to get that second Moblin Club for this current Blood Moon, because there's another Blood Moon coming very soon. And I want to be able to go get a third Moblin Club. So yeah, we need to go deviate here for something important. Alright guys, we'll go ahead and get out of the way. Peace out. Oh, the gamer. Hey, welcome back. Good to see you again today. Peace out, Home Scout. Alright, moving right along. Yep. We need to go north for that. And remember I said I don't know why I put that stamp there for the chest. The stamp doesn't belong there. Yeah, I was totally wrong. A stamp didn't belong there. There was a chest here. Oh, and cool thing, by night... Oh man, why did I do that? I'm a genius. That's why I did that. So yeah, a treasure chest stamp absolutely did belong here. There was actually a treasure chest right there under that tree. So I was not mistaken. That was definitely a thing. Okay, but again, I don't care about killing him unless you want the guts. But the guts shouldn't be a problem. We can actually buy more in Kakariko. Matter of fact, I'll see where I'm at with my guts. I might have to kill this dude real quick. 7, we need 9. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kill him. And since I'm gonna throw this soldier's broadsword in the trash, I might as well use it. Alright, milk run complete. Let's get back over to that third piece of Ganon armor. One thing I loved about Master Mode, you know, getting back to the bone system, is right here in Lake Floria. I'm telling you guys, the lake is where everything is at. But there's 2, I think, Dragon Bone Boko bows that stack with that bone system. And it's one concentrated shot of awesome. And yeah, they're right over the lake on this bridge. So Master Mode, definitely loved that little fringe benefit there. And I have no idea what I'm even holding right now. Yep, that's right. Need to get rid of all that stuff. Oh, before I actually jump down for that, there's another big hardy radish. And more hardy durian, so I'm going to sidestep. Spin your partner around and round. Sidestep. Oh, problematic. Thunderstorm. Save the game before you go down there, because sometimes the lightning can strike the trees, and then that messes up the Korok seed. So this way you can at least reload the save, try it again. Hopefully the lightning won't strike. But make the Korok seed the priority here. There's a big hardy radish too. I know I said that, but we need to kind of be quicker about getting this one done before the lightning causes a problem. Really. Give me that. Speaking of the lightning being a problem. Okay, so there's my dominoes. Did that say acorn? It sure did. Alright, so there's our big hardy radish, baby. Loving that. That by itself was already worth coming over here. The Korok seed and the durians were just icing on the cake. Let's see where we're at, by the way. 6 big hardy radishes, 9 little. And guys, 5 extra hearts each, 3 extra hearts each, 4 extra hearts each when they're cooked. That's only 1 extra heart each, not great. That's only 2 extra hearts each, not great. We're going to cook these during Blood Moon, get an extra heart bonus. We're going to be pushing out some amazing meals here. If you want to make the elixir, you can't get the numbers as high, but that's 4 extra hearts also. The bad thing is you have to sacrifice one of your 5 cooking ingredients for a monster part. So yeah, it's just better to cook the meals if you want the higher push on the numbers of hearts you're going to get. Somebody running for their life? Trying to get out of the rain, I suppose. Alright, where am I even going right now? That's right, bananas. I knew there was something down here at ground level I wanted. I was having trouble remembering exactly what that was. And guys, because I'm having fun and I'm feeling the combat, if it's not thunderstorming anymore, I'm going to take out this bad boy nest right next to me, because it's right next to me. But first I want to show you the exact location of where this EX chest is. Wow, check out where my pin is, guys. I got that pretty freaking close. That was not far off at all. Okay, so we got 1, 2, and 3 locations for the Phantom Ganon armor. Loving it. Again, I'm not going to use this yet. I want to be more cognizant of the non-DLC users. You're not going to have that set yet. So, when we all have the bone system, then that's where we're going to go on our hunt. Nice. So there it is, guys. Disguise, bone, attack up. The disguise part of that means the bony monsters won't recognize you. It's not as good as Majora's Mask, because it only works on the bony stuff. But it is helpful. The bad thing is, again, just like with the Majora's Mask, if a bat or something catches on to you, then the bone monsters will also know your presence. But yeah, there it is, guys. There's the bone system. So attack power meal on top of that. Dragon Bone Moblin Club on top of that. That's the system. It's wild. Unstoppable force. I mean, that's already a beast of a weapon. That's pushing Royal Claymore, territory on the damage. But, yeah, it's just an amazing system. But again, I'm not going to run it right now. We're going to wait until everybody gets it. Guys, we're going to Gerudo next. And then we're all going to be happy. We're all going to be satisfied. But before we go to Gerudo, there's more to do in the Rainforest. We've got to get the Lumina Stones to cover that. And guys, we're going. We're getting there. Tons of durians, tons of gemstones, tons of rupees, tons of weapons. This is where the royal weapons are. This is why we need the ice arrows, because that's where the Lizzles are going to be, and they're going to be electric. So we've got to get those things put on ice, especially for newer players. If they're not on ice, it's going to be a tough fight. It's probably already going to be a tough fight, but, putting them on ice just makes it helpful. Again, the Lumina Stones, guys, it's going to be a party. So we're going to get to work on all that. For right now, I'm going to run kind of across the bridge. See, honestly, I'm going to come back to that bad boy nest another time, because now that I'm thinking all this through, I just kind of want to get to the Gerudo and get the bone system. Alright, you're definitely going to need a long distance bow for this one. And aim just a little bit high on the balloons, you should be good to go. And coffee, my reward. Before I go anywhere else, I want that 4th shrine, guys, more stamina. The more stamina, the merrier moving forward. I'm going to try to complete 2 full wheels before we really start hunting. On the way out to Gerudo, we're definitely going to tag 4 more shrines. So it's kind of nice that, you know, here in the Rainforest, we were able to tag 4 more as well. And that'll get us our 2 complete full wheels. Like I said, guys, I wanted to do things just a little bit differently in this playthrough versus the old. For 1, it's nice to have variety. But for 2, I just felt it was more responsible, you know? Kind of being better prepared for this stuff, especially where the spin attack is concerned, and having that stam. And I promised you guys more rubber stuff, so yeah, there's a piece of the rubber armor here also. But first things first, let's get our shrine knocked out. Halt to the Tilt. This was a fun one. You know, getting back to me having like hundreds of hours stuck in shrines. This was one of them. I was bound and determined to get that chest, and I could not for the life of me figure out how to do it. And then the catapult idea kicked in, finally. Like, yeah. Okay, I really don't, you know, like this shrine because of the cooldown on this thing, but, you know, you gotta do it, so it's whatever. There's probably a quicker way to do that. I could have gone the other way and then magnesis this chest over. But I actually didn't even want to get that chest, and I honestly don't even know why I came over here. We need the chest as a tool. But yeah, that's a traveler's sword. I don't believe this one levels. So if you guys want to satisfy the quest giver in Hotno that asks to see a traveler's sword, that's a good... Actually, maybe this one does level. I honestly can't remember, so I better not speak out of turn on that. Disregard everything I just said. Pretend it didn't happen. Undo the past 30 seconds, and we'll all be okay. So yeah, guys, we're going to have to kind of position ourselves on this thing and make a catapult. Go ahead and put that blue dot toward the end of the catapult here. And put that all the way up as high as it'll go up in the air, and then drop it. That should give Link... that didn't quite work out. I need to try that one more time. But that should give Link a lot of altitude coming off this thing. And that'll get you up there. I'm having all sorts of issues right now. Okay, so once again with that blue dot. And it helps if Link is standing like on the middle of this back platform. There we go, right about there. That should be a better position for where I'm standing. And then again, blue dot kind of toward the end of that thing. Drop, release, there we go. And then it's so much easier to get out of here because we're already in good position to do that. Go ahead and stasis that flappy thingy. And we are good to go. You might have to spam the jump button a little bit, you know, to make sure you hit the ledge, but... Folks, I definitely hope that helped you all out. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, I always appreciate that. And as always, until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. Xant's helmet, Kathy. I know, thank you. Xant's helmet. Xant's helmet. I want to do a whole route, though, like when I'm doing my hunt, because there's a Hinox there. So we're going to do that, but not right this minute. But believe me, it's on my mind. Like, I can taste it. It's right there. So yeah, we're definitely going to do that for the DLC users. But guys, there's hardy radishes down here. There's a whole little looting spree I like to do here. We're going to kill that Hinox. More Knight's weapons. There's some random mushrooms and stuff down there too. A few Korok seeds, believe it or not. So yeah, it's a fun little route to run, but you know, I'm trying to think about cooking Blood Moon coming up and Bone System. So once we get everybody the Bone System, game on. Like, yes. So excited to show you guys this, especially for the non-DLC users. But thank you for reminding me, Kathy. And you know me well, I'm going to forget, so thanks for keeping it fresh. Hey Jackie, welcome. I don't know if I've said hi to you yet. Good to see ya. Yeah, that mud pit there, guys. I'm reading the chat amongst yourselves. That mud pit is a nightmare around that Xant's helmet. I'll try to walk you through that better. Now that I know we can put ice blocks in mud pits, it'll be so much easier. My daughter taught me that. Here I am thinking I know everything, and the student became the teacher on that one. I was like, oh yeah, I totally knew about that. And then she was like, well then why did you do the Gerudo Shrine video without ice blocks? You got me. Yeah, it is a game changer, Keely. Doing the cooking during the Blood Moon, game changer. All the bonuses, absolutely huge. Especially where the stam's concerned. But yeah, the attack power meals, the time, just all the way around. It's the way to go. Bananas! Hey, Mike B. Go bananas! Yes, we're definitely going to Banana Plateau next. We got Durian Country and Banana Plateau right across from one another. Matter of fact, while I'm babbling, I'm going to warp over there. Actually, scratch that. We need to do some stable stuff first. Yeah, Marigold, the fight with the Lizzles. Getting those royal weapons, it's worth it, but it's a hairy fight, especially if you're a new player. The ice arrows help. As a matter of fact, if you have enough ice arrows, the way to really do it, put all 3 on ice, go smack one, refreeze it right away so you really don't have to fight them. Smack him again, dead. Go hit the next one, it should still be frozen. Rinse, lather, repeat. I'm going to show you guys a couple of different strategies for that, because I realize that's a tough fight. It's a tough fight even for me, still, to this day, especially in the rain. That electricity, it's a nightmare. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way one more time. See you later, alligator. And we're going to get right back into this. Definitely loving the chat, guys. I really love doing the lives for that, if nothing else. Like, I can talk about this stuff all day. It's funny, I went out to meet my daughter for a coffee, and we got on the subject of Breath of the Wild somehow. And she was asking me about just something random, you know, and I told her this whole big long spiel on how she can do it, you know, and she just looked at me funny the whole time, and she was like, how do you remember this? And I stopped for a second, I thought about it, I was like, honestly, I don't know, I guess I just really put the time in, you know, 7 years ago, and it's just ingrained. And she was like, well, when was the last time you played Breath of the Wild? I was like, I don't know, like a year ago when I did Master Mode? She was like, how do you remember this? Good times, good times. Alright, so you saw I just got all sorts of just randomness there. And like I said, guys, the Rainforest crates just always have random stuff. So, I don't know if this dog feeds and gets anything worthwhile. I don't really think it does. It might just be like a garbage knight's weapon or something. But guys, because it's daytime, I'm going to do a quick side quest. There's a metal weapon that's stuck to the top of the stable here. Not only that, there's a Korok seed that's stuck to the top of the stable here. I'm going to shoot that down while I'm talking about it. This horse has a little bit of a beard, so yeah, we need to give him a shave. Go ahead and smack him with a razor blade. And that'll make the horse nice, clean shaven. We get a Korok seed for our troubles. And then if I can get right here, I'm going to climb this horse. And yeah, this is where we have to get a metal weapon down that is scaring this NPC half to death all the time. Oh, nuts. Come on, Link. Help a brother out. Ah! We're having issues. Normally I make these horse climbs pretty quick. But there's a sweet spot there. Like, it's a very narrow window where you actually make it doing the jump. Alright, so anyway, here it is, guys. Woodcutter's Axe. If your inventory is full, just use Magnesis. But all you really got to do is dislodge it, and that'll satisfy the quest giver. And the one that's saying Sigh over here is the one that's having the issue. So just say, leave it to me. That you will take care of her problems. Make all her life problems go away. Everything will be better. There it is, guys. So now we've got 2 pieces of the rubber armor. Whether you're a DLC user or not, you are now going to have mid-level lightning and electric protection. It's a big help on the heart damage. But you're still going to drop your weapons and stuff. So really, you need high level if you don't want to, worry about dropping your weapons and stuff. Getting back to that Lizzle fight that's coming up. I might cook just one, electric defense. Although I normally like to go in with attack power just to get the Lizzles nice and dead nice and fast. But just kind of throwing out different ideas, different options there for those Lizzles. You can also cook like a low-level elixir or, meal. And that'll make it high level when you're wearing the 2 pieces of rubber armor. So anyway, enough about that. Go ahead and talk to Beetle here. Reason being, guys, is we need lots of hightail lizards for super suit upgrades later. That's going to take care of the boots. And that's going to take care of... Whoops. And that's going to take care of the jumpsuit, aka the climbing gear. Always tell him no. He's going to try to get you to cough up a beetle for some garbage elixir. You don't need it. You don't want it. Keep the beetle. So really all I'm doing is... And since I'm about to go into hut mode, I'm going to spend just a little bit of rupees on some arrows here. Make sure I've got enough to go around. And then yeah, if you want to cook like a high-level electric defense elixir, go ahead and buy one of these. Toss it in a cooking pot with like 4 monster parts to get a good amount of time out of it. That'll get you low level to use in conjunction with the rubber armor. But what I'm really here for is the lizards. And these do regenerate in time. It's only 20 rupees. It's awesome. It's just a nice little boost to the massive hightail lizard requirement that's to come. Believe me, it's going to be a big requirement. So I'll go ahead and put down another hard save here. We're at a good tipping point. And I'm going to prioritize the bananas right now. Actually, stand by. Let me make sure I'm done here. There's so much to do here, like it can make your head spin. And we're going to come back through and do more proper looting. I just kind of wanted to hit this more for the bone system and just the loot that we needed in order to get the Radiant set. And that's going to continue on over here. But for right now, I do want to go get those bananas, guys, because the cooking, it has to happen during this blood moon. And chances are when I kill all these little Lizzles, that's going to trigger a blood moon. So the KO credit, that hidden stat I keep talking about, that also drives blood moons. So basically in between each blood moon, actually hold on a second. I have some tinking to do. 1, 2, 3. That's also going to help us trigger a blood moon if we go into these shrines and do the combat. But first, like I said, I really want the bananas in case, I lose track of time and a blood moon is right there in the sky. And I don't have the time to reload save and do all that fun stuff. So I'm just going to grab a few bananas right now. This is just going to be a quick dine and dash, guys. I'm not going to do bad boy nests. We're going to come back through here and do the proper looting at some point. But for right now, it's all about the bananas. We're going bananas, and I call this Banana Plateau, because they're everywhere here. That's another nice bun weapon, by the way, but wow, it breaks fast. It's a spear, but it really packs a punch, and it keeps enemies at arm's length. I really do like them, but again, they just break so fast, it's really almost worth not even stocking them. But wow, they are fun to play with, not gonna lie. Okay, so yeah, lots and lots of bananas. But, getting back to being properly prepared for the bone system, part of that is having the stam. You've got to have the stam to cover the attack. So, that gives me a good head start on bananas. And I found a way to cook to where I can still get high level out of the bananas, but I spread those out a little better with thistles. And I'll show you guys that here, you know, when the time comes. But we have tons of thistles usually. So, yeah, it'll be like 3 bananas and 2 thistles for each meal. It gives you a decent amount of time. It's 4 minutes. If you want to spread those out even further, just do 3 bananas and 1 thistle. It'll still be high level, 3 minutes and something seconds, 20 seconds maybe. So yeah, I think for right now, that's okay. That's good enough. And not only that, we'll get, you know, some more obscure bananas here and there, but that'll get me going for a good first round of Blood Moon cooking. That's at least 10 attack power meals I can think of right off the top of my head just in the bananas. And I should have even... You know what? Let's scratch that. It's not raining. I want more attack power meals than that. That was so satisfying completing that climb. Did it jumping the whole way and he barely made that final leap. Loving it. I'm telling you guys, stamina is everything in this game. I know the 3 heart containers kind of sucks, but that part's over. Those days are in the past. As soon as we get these meals cooked up, and you can actually cook them up right now, you're only sacrificing 1 extra heart for the Blood Moon bonus. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, you can actually start cooking the hearty meals right freaking now. You have the durians. We have the technology. Actually, somebody emailed me and asked what that was. Like, why I keep saying that, like what the reference is. Teen Titans. And then as soon as I emailed, like 10 seconds later, an email comes back and, oh my god, you're right! Like, he just couldn't pull it out. But yeah, it was definitely Teen Titans. The Control Freak episode. We have the technology. And guys, I use that reference constantly. Not just in gaming, but like in life. I use a lot of SpongeBob references too, truth be told. Alright, so we've got the durians. I'm going to go ahead and get a quick Korok seed while I'm already here. Again, I'm going to come back through here and do more proper looting, but this is quick, this is on the way. I'm really after more bananas. 10 meals sounds like a lot, but you can actually chew through those pretty quickly. So I like to have at least 3 good full rows of attack power meals to get me through to the next Blood Moon. And no bananas down there, so no stoppy, no looky, no touchy. It's all about the bananas. Sometimes you'll get beetles on these trees, so keep a keen eye out. Walk, don't run. I'm just not seeing any today. See, when I'm prepared, I don't see them. But boy, if I was sprinting around, they'd be all over the place. Guaranteed. Let's see if I can do this again. Nope, not gonna make it. I knew and I tried anyway. Ah, Link, what are you doing? Great time for a sliver meal. Now watch, I'm gonna sprint and there'll be beetles everywhere. Maybe I'll keep a distance. Oh, there's a beetle. Oh, no, there's not. My eyesight is failing. It's already happening, apparently. I'm running out of sliver meals. Oh, that ain't good. I might as well just deal with him so I don't have to worry about it. With my garbage weapon that I will use for nothing else other than to throw away when I change that out for a royal weapon. And again, there's more looting to do here. I'm ignoring, I'm ceasing and desisting in an effort to get the bananas. And it's raining outside, like in real life. It's kind of funny. Sometimes I'm playing Breath of the Wild and I hear the rain sound effects when it's raining. And then I think I hear it outside. And I'm like, wait, is it raining outside? I open the window, it's like a bright, shiny, sunshiny day, no rain. And then, I don't know, vice versa, the same thing will happen. It's kind of funny. Now, he's not holding a great bow yet, so I'm not going to bother killing him. Actually, yes, I am. No, I'm not. Mental arguments all over the place. But this is why I love the stealth suit, guys. So much fun. Alright, that should be okay for bananas right now. Got a couple more quickies. There's another quick Korok seed here as well. Not only that, when I come back through here to actually do the proper looting, these bananas, most of them, if not all of them, will have respawned. So that'll get me going for future cooking needs. It'll be real nice to have that. Oop, give me my nanners. Okay, so here it is, guys. I'm all set for Blood Moon cooking. I guess I'm just gonna stick to the Rainforest and get those Luminous Stones so that we can go get our bone system. That's coming, guys. It's coming real soon. Oh wow, I'm already 2.5 hours in. How did that happen? This might have to be split up into 2 streams. Then again, I'd really like to finish it out. So honestly, I'm just going to try to press. I'm going to try to stop getting so shiny rocked. Stop worrying about every little insect. I'm going to try to plow through this pretty quickly. Try to keep it 3 hours or less. I don't know. We'll see. There's so much to do in the rainforest. Like, this could really go on forever. See, I'll go ahead and drop a save here, just in case I decide to reconsider my decision. So this is durian country. Right to the left of durian country, we're going to see some more durian trees and just kind of keep going. So it'll be a threefold purpose of coming out here. The durians are just a fringe benefit, really. I'm really coming out here for the royal weapons and the luminous stones primarily. But the durian meals will be nice to have. Actually, you know what? I should have cooked a couple hearty meals. Doggone it, see, I'm wasting time. Reason being is these Lizal fights, guys. Again, getting back to the convo we had. It's tough. They're tough fights. So going into that with a little bit of extra hearts is a nice feeling. It's a little bit of a comfort zone. This way, if you get tagged a couple of times, you can stay in the fight. It's no big deal. I mean, I say that lightly. You know, it's still kind of stressful when you're getting tagged, but it's just a little bit more of a confidence booster knowing you've got the heart containers to cover that. So yeah, we're definitely going to get a few meals cooked up. I want to save the majority of these for Blood Moon, but yeah, we definitely want to have these. So again, 3, guys. Now, we can cook elixirs and really spread these out even further where the thistles are concerned. Actually, I'm just going to do it bare minimum, because these will be quick fights. 3 minutes is more than enough time. So we're going to do 3 bananas, 1 thistle. That'll be high level every time. 3 minutes, 20 seconds. More than enough time for a fist fight. Most of your major fist fights are going to be over in 2 minutes or less. Just think about the football 2-minute warning. So most of your big fist fights, 2 minutes or less. Actually, a lot of them, 1 minute or less. And I'll cover that when we get into monster extract cooking, but yeah, so if you want to do the elixir, guys, just like we did on the Great Plateau, get the appropriate critter for that, which is the bladed rhino beetle. I'm going to use a B-grade monster part for a little extra time. And then you can come over here and combine that with the appropriate superpower for food items, and that's going to be 3 mighty bananas. A little more time on those. Alright, so anyway, just wanted to show you the recipes, show you the different, things that you can have. Real nice to have. Okay, so that'll get us through the Lizalfos fights for the royal weapons. No problemo. Next thing on the hit list, guys, I'm just going to toss... Since this is what I have the most of, I'm going to do 4 of these. And 1 one of these. That'll be good enough to get us through the Lizzles. 20 extra heart containers, guys. That is a beautiful thing. Like, you have no idea. And again, just to show you variety and what you can do with cooking. Now, this doesn't help, so you might as well just use the garbage C-class monster part. Use the horn, because it's not going to help with the extra hearts you get out of it. So there's really no benefit to putting higher grade monster parts into this one. But yeah, then you can go back over here, and I'll probably just dump 3 of these in just to show you. Now, you only get 3 extra hearts per radish. It's 5 extra hearts per big hardy radish. But I'm going to save those more for the Lionel fights and stuff. So honestly, this should be okay-ish, relatively speaking. You know what? Scratch that. We'll use 3 durians. And a lizard. And a monster part. That'll be a little bit better on the heart containers. 17, so it's not quite 20, but it's close. You know, again, for the purposes of the Lizzle fight, that should get us a good head start on having some extra heart containers. And guys, look at that thing lighten up. Like, I'm telling you that the days of 3 heart containers, that's a thing of the past. And if you want a couple other like intermediate, you know, just use the lower grade stuff. And this can be for like Bobkin Fist fights, you know, if you run into Lizzles or something, that might be a good one to pop off. Just to have in the bank. It's not super expensive to craft. We'll be good to go. So yeah, non-DLC users, here it comes. We're going to have the bone system right after this stream. We're going to Gerudo. We're going straight to Gerudo. As a matter of fact, I might go to Hotno first just to get the Sheikah Slate upgraded. But that'll be a real quick milk run. Because having that stasis, especially the stasis upgrade, that'll be nice to have. The thing is, that's going to be a bit time consuming, so what I might do is just, you know, truck out to Gerudo without that. Get the bone system and then go hit Hotno to upgrade the Sheikah Slate before we actually go out on a hunt. I don't know, I'll mentally debate that for the next 3.5 hours before my next stream later this evening. And come up with a game plan, but, hey, where's my durian? Did I get the durian? What just happened there? There's no durian? There's normally a durian on that tree. Maybe the bomb exploded at the wrong place and just, like, shot it out to some random region, I don't know. But yeah, there's normally plenty of durians here, so... Or maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe that first tree did have no durians. Where I'm from, we have no durians. No, that would be TOTK. And look at this tree, guys. I meant let one get away there, but wowzers. Go away. Just go away. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of use this for gemstone farming. And look at the gemstones, guys. See? This is Breath of the Wild. This is textbook, typical run-of-the-mill Breath of the Wild. Everything is just super exciting. And same things with the gemstone nodes, guys. If you got your stealth on, just kind of run over here and collect your beetles before you start going to town farming. Again, walk, don't run. But yeah, you can usually get a lot of beetles right off the gemstone nodes. It's a very... nice little fringe benefit, especially at night. I'm just going to kind of keep to this level right now, keep going straight. And there's more stuff kind of like below us, above us, like just, yeah, this whole cliff wall here. Look up, look down. Tons and tons of stuff. Whoops, I was sprinting, see? Let him get away. And there go my beetles, lost forever. I'm gonna check this. I'm not sure. Yep, there's some more gems right there. Oh, that's broken. That's right. So I guess I'm gonna move up to my claymore. I'm trying to hold on to the sledgehammer for Talus. I want to play more with the Taluses with that sledgehammer, because that's pushing Royal Claymore territory. And thanks, Brad6360, for reminding me one more time what that damage multiplier is, because I can't never seem to remember it. It's 4 times the damage, so, you know, 12 times 4 is 48, which is pretty awesome. That makes that sledgehammer a very viable weapon for a Talus. And they're pretty durable, you know, they're made for it, so it's just nice to have. I'm trying to find this Korok seed. There's a Korok seed right here. Maybe it's over that way a little bit further. And guys, look at all the rush rooms. Again, I'm on a mission here, so I'm trying to ignore that kind of stuff. And just in case we're having a blood moon, I'll save the game. But yeah, the rush rooms. If I was playing for myself, you already know I would absolutely take the time to go down there and get every single rush room. Reason being is when we go out to a Gerudo, there's a side quest, and if you got the rush rooms... 55, you can get a diamond, and that sells for 500 bones. Love that. Yeah, there's also a chest down there, so... Again, I'm trying to be considerate of the stream here. It's getting on really long. And I really want to finish out the Rainforest, get these Luminous Stones, so next time I come back on, we can just go straight to Gerudo. I want to get up here and... I don't hear the music, so I don't think it's Blood Moon tonight. But chances are pretty good after I kill these Lizzles. That KO credit will push that Blood Moon over the line to Gen 1 up. I really haven't been killing a lot. I've been doing a lot of live and let live, but if you're out killing everything, killing all the Bobkins you come across, killing all the Lizzles you come across, etc., so on and so forth, that Blood Moon tends to come pretty quick. Okay, so now that I know I'm in the clear, I'm just going to go ahead and press. And again, guys, I'm just kind of sticking to this cliff wall, heading kind of north-northwest slightly, because that's where the goods are. And you can already see the Luminous Stones lighten up, coming into view. They're gorgeous. They are very pretty at night. And careful, there's going to be some pop-up monsters here. And you'll want to keep a little bit of a distance, especially in the rain. If it is raining. And walk, don't run. See if you got a beetle. Oh, there was a beetle. I didn't see him. I almost killed him. Yeah, we got more bad guys popping up. They're going to scare my beetles away if they happen to be here. Come on, Link, stop trying to climb everything. He always does that when I'm in a hurry. It's like he knows. The game knows. Funny, when I was a teenager and things weren't going my way in a video game, I would like get mad, you know, and I'd say, the game's cheating! And then my mom would have to come in and tell me to calm the heck down or she was taking it away. And I was like, okay. But I was still mad and I still felt like the game was cheating. Kind of funny to see how we mature as we grow. The game cheats! That was my go-to excuse. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the lower level, and I'm going to try to climb back up topside. There's a gentler climb on this other ledge. Make sure I'm not missing any goodies. Yeah, so if it is raining in your game, this is probably the way you're going to want to try to get back up topside. Don't scare my insects, dude. Man, that cow is lucky he didn't just die. Because this is a Knight's Claymore. Actually, I don't think that's a cow. I need to relearn my E-I-E-I-O music so I know what the animal is that I'm referring to. I don't think there's anything else up above above me, but I can't really remember at the same time. I'm gonna go up there and investigate, make sure I'm not missing anything juicy. Come on, Link. One more jump, buddy. Yeah, I think I already got that stuff over there. Again, I want to make sure I'm being thorough. Because these nodes, guys, it's everything. If you don't have them, you can't get the super suit. And that defeats the entire purpose of what we're doing here. And what we're going to do in Gerudo. So yeah, the Luminous Stones have to be prioritized. Come on, don't scare my... I got lucky there. Oh man. Gonna have to deal with these things against my will. Ouch! Or they're gonna deal with me! What just happened? Good thing I had the fairies. Jeepers. So that's another thing, guys, that I don't mind. If I don't want to bother eating the heart meals for silly little stuff like that, that might tag me and otherwise kill me. That's what the fairies are for. In my mind, it's part of my defense rating. That's why I always try to stock, you know, between 4 and 6 at all times. They're there for a reason. I don't stress too much now over, you know, losing the 3 heart containers that I do have when I don't feel like eating the meals. Again, just in my mind, they're there for a reason, and I'm totally okay with losing them as needed. Because again, guys, the game has unlimited fairies. So when you get down to 2, just go visit your friendly neighborhood Great Fairy Fountain, you'll get 4 more, and you're right back in the game. Love Breath of the Wild. Love this game. So much fun. My poor toes have been wiggling for a solid 5-6 days now. It's getting real. Okay, I don't think there's anything up here. Take a quick look down below. I think I already got that stuff though. Tough to see sometimes. Yeah, I'm pretty confident I already hit this ledge. And do periodic saves, guys. Another reason I do that is because, you know, sometimes the game doesn't autosave when you're just doing, like, node farming like I'm doing now. There's not really any autosaves there. So, you know, it's nice to put those frequent saves down just in case the inevitable happens and you do happen to die. You don't have to run this route all over again, breaking all these nodes all over again. You know, you more or less get to keep your booty that you took the time to collect. And you don't have to stress over death. So again, the frequent saves, that's more to do with like confidence moving forward, so that death doesn't have much of a consequence. Okay guys, so now I'm going to kind of circle back and go the other way. So I kind of went to the end of my looting spree there on all the Luminous Stones, and just to show you what we've collected on this fun little looting spree. We're almost there, guys. We need 48 Luminous Stones. And don't worry, we can warp back over to that first shrine I showed you the original Luminous Stones at. If that doesn't work out, then we can go kill a Talus. One way or another, we have got to go to Gerudo Desert with no less than 48 Luminous Stones. It costs a few of those to buy the suit, and then when we get it upgraded to set bonus, it's going to cost even more. So yeah, 48 is the magic number on those. Absolutely critical. But we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. I am so excited to go to Gerudo first. Like, I've been waiting for a good solid 5-6 days now to show you guys this. And tonight that is gonna happen. Okay, so what I'm looking for now is durian trees. And just whatever, wow, I can't talk now, so it must be over 2 hours. The words are getting broken. And I lost my train of thought. I don't even know what I was trying to say anymore. I felt like that bird had to die. I mean, he was just standing there. So yeah, durians. All this stuff is secondary now. Of course, the more the merrier. You know, I'm just better prepared for more cooking. But new players especially are going to enjoy having the extra ability to cook more meals, because you can kind of chew those pretty quickly. You know, I always recommend dropping a hard save before combat. That way, if you do get through it, but you weren't happy with how many meals you had to waste, you can reload that save, give it another try. So yeah, just multiple reasons to put down frequent saves. But I also do that in case I wasn't happy with the amount of stuff I had to consume. Okay, moving along. Again, I'm just really trying to get the durian trees to speed this up a little better. Just kind of sticking to the cliff wall here. There should be more trees than that. There should be a lot more trees than that. Okay, here we go. The hardy truffles are pretty garbagey. It's only 1 extra heart. The funny thing is, its counterpart, the big hardy truffle, gives you 4 extra hearts. So talk about opposite ends of the spectrum there. When you do the hardy radishes and the big hardy radishes, there's only a 2 heart difference there. It makes a big difference in what you can cook. Okay, just following the cliff wall, guys. Let the cliff wall be your guide. I thought that was a puff shroom for a second. Wow! Talk about having flashbacks. I was like, wait a minute, we're not in the depths. And then I was like, wait a minute, we're not in TOTK. Lots and lots of durians. And lots of firewood. This is going to be so much better when we get to Terry Town. Not only that, we might even be able to buy Link's house the moment we hit Hontno. I'm not sure if we're going to have the rupees for that, because the bone system is the priority, but if we do... Yeah, Link's house, that's a pretty cool feature. You can store weapons there, you can store bows there, you can store shields there. And when I get a little bit bone weapon heavy, I like to store Dragon Bone Moblin Clubs there, amongst other just random things. Now, there is a Lizzle here. And that dancing idiot. Now, I don't know if I already killed him. I might have already killed him. But we've kind of made full circle now. This is back, you know, where I did that bad boy nest. And the dancing idiot. So yeah, just to kind of give you kind of mental reference where we're at this point. But I really want the durian, so I think I'm just going to go for it and deal with the Lizzles. We've got the weapons, guys. We might as well use them. Use them and abuse them. I'm going to prioritize my ice arrows, though, for the other. So yeah, for right now, I'm just going to try to bullet time one of them. 3 headshots ought to do it. And then maybe let myself drown and bullet time the other one. Ouch. Where are you at, Poppy? Oh, he came up to say hello. Yikes! That is a knight's weapon. That is not okay. But hey, it's a knight's weapon at the same time. There's a bright side and a not so bright side to every engagement. Alright. Not a bad weapon. I don't think there's any fun stuff underwater here. No siree. It's really just about the durians. There's that dancing idiot. Okay, apparently I didn't kill him. Noted. So I'm going to do this a little quieter. No bombs here today. Yeah, I'm going to avoid him at all costs. And he has another durian tree over there. Hopefully I can skirt him so he doesn't see me. Alright, we should be good. Yeah, lots of trees here. They're just everywhere. Like, talk about durian country. When I finally figured out this was not going to be in Tears of the Kingdom, that's actually when I put the controller down and stepped away from the game for a while. I was like, I'm already not really into it. I don't like the fact that there was a new map. I mean, this was very early on, I didn't really even give the game a chance. But yeah, when I figured out the durians weren't a thing, I was like, what's the point in living? And then I went back and played Breath of the Wild. So yeah, TOTK, that took a while to grow on me. It was not an immediate draw-in like Breath of the Wild was. But honestly, I'm glad I made the effort because I had a lot of fun playing the game. I'll probably play it again one day. I'm not in a hurry to. But yeah, we'll definitely probably play that game again one day. I might even replay it on Switch too when the time comes for that. And I'll do a better, walkthrough. I'll hit it more like I do Breath of the Wild. It'll be more targeted. It'll be more direct. I won't take my time to, investigate every little region like what I did. At least not as thoroughly as what I did. Alright guys, so just to kind of show you what we got going on here. There's this river, so pay attention to this river. I call this Dragon River. I don't know what the game calls it. But Dragon River, I'm kind of looting on the right-hand side of Dragon River right now. We also need to go to the left-hand side of Dragon River, but it's windy, it's confusing, the directions will get you messed up. So just remember, right Twix, left Twix. We're still on right Twix. And I want to make sure I hit all these trees and stuff, and I think I already did, because this is the way I came over here. So yeah, now we can kind of jump river and do left excuse me, left Twix. Frog in my throat. And this is where we're going to come into contact with our first Lizal. So guys, new players especially, we're going to arm up, suit up, and eat up. These will be your guiding words every day in Hyrule. Arm up, suit up, and eat up. If you do those three things, you've already got half the battle won. Now, of course, if you're a new player, it's going to be nerve-wracking. It's going to be stressful. The music's going to be kicking off. These things jump around. They move fast. They have the electricity. So in a thunderstorm, this is a nightmare. It's a tough fight anyway. But yeah, a thunderstorm or rain just makes it 10 times harder. So I wouldn't recommend for your first attempt to be in a rainstorm. I would just wait the storm out. Stand there, for go off and do the dishes or something for a while. I would not recommend doing that. But what I would do is arm up, suit up, and eat up now. And guys, we got these weapons for a reason. This is the reason. This is absolutely the reason. You got to go in here guns a-blazing, as strong as you can possibly get. Again, this is why we took the time to get all this stuff. So here we go. Ice arrows. It's going to make the fight 10 times easier. Go ahead, and again, best of the best, guys. The bounce system would be good, but again, I'm trying to think of non-DLC users, so I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to stay with my stealth. I might get lucky and get a sneak strike, and I don't know. We're going to try it. And it's got decent defense rating. This is the way to go right now. And then, guys, again, getting back to eating up, that's going to include attack power, and that's going to include extra hearts. Now, I'm going to start low and just kind of see what kind of damage I take, and then this will give you guys also a better idea of what kind of damage you can expect to take. So I'm going to try with the longer meal now, because if it's your first fight, you might need more time. But honestly, both of these are more than enough time, so it really doesn't matter. And then drop that save. This way, if you do biff it... Now remember, you've also got the fairies. So the extra hearts are nice too, but also the fairies, it's all lifeline. So you're going to be able to stay in this fight a while is what I'm getting at. Now, if you make it through the fight and you're not happy with all the fairies being gone and you're not happy with all the meals being gone, that's where I say you can reload the save, give it another go at this point. Maybe you can, cut down on the loss of fairies or the loss of meals that were needed. So anyway, guys, what I'm going to do is just kind of stealth my way up here. With that hard save down, I'm going to try Sneak Strike. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't think it does because the Lizals can see you from the sides. Actually, I already know better. That's not going to work. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to go ahead and put these guys on ice. And there's actually 3 Lizals here. The other one is real tough to see. He's right over the hill. You can kind of see his back sticking up there just barely. But yeah, if we get these 2 initial ones on ice, then we'll be able to creep up a little farther and get that 3rd one on ice. Now get the headshot. Critical to get that double damage. Get a good head start on damage bonus. Look at that. They're already half dead. Almost half dead. And then again, I'm going to try to do the same thing with the third Lizzle here. And again, tough to see. There's the tail. There's the back. So the head is right around here somewhere. Pow. Nailed it. Go ahead and get the first one. He's almost dead, guys. Check that out. Royal freaking Claymore. Booyah! And we're going to go ahead and upgrade weapons, too, because the rest will be easier. Those are all garbage now. I'm wasting time, but we need the tails, too, for suit upgrades later, so make sure you scoop up your tails. Yeah, I should have been sprinting. But see, I almost got the sneak strike. There we go. So if you can get behind them before they snap out of the ice, this is... And, you know, I promised you guys I would show you different ways to do this fight. So yeah, sometimes you can get the sneak strike. Sometimes not, because again, they're quick, they get away from you. But this way you don't actually have to fight them, per se. Not only that, it saves wear and tear on the weapons. So if you can get the sneak strike, more power to you. If they snap out of it, you know, and they get away from you, and it's just turning into a nightmare, reload, save, try it again. But, you know, for you folks that don't like combat, you might find that that's a lot more helpful than the way I showed you on the first go-around. Okay, so we're also upping our shield ability here. Very nice. And I've only used, you know, a couple of ice arrows so far, so that's really nice. That should be it for the Lizzles here on this little patch. I'll go ahead and get my durians, because we worked for them. And I think there's another... No, we already got the tree. Right? Right? Yeah, we got it. Okay. Second guessing myself. I think I'm starting to mentally wear down here. Guys, this is almost over. I know it's a long stream. You guys are troopers. Like, wow. Ouch! I blew myself up with bombs. I got steamrolled. And I landed in the water, all in one go. That is somehow setting a new almanac record. I don't know how, but, yeah. Ouch! And ouch again. So I think we're up to 2. If I'm counting the you know, blow myself up with bombs properly, I think we're up to 2 now. All in the same stream. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of stay in between, you know, right Twix and these little bits and bodies of water here. And then we're going to kind of cross over those little bits and bodies of water here in a moment for more Lizzles, more weapons. Speaking of weapons, what did I get? I got another boomerang, right? I think. There should have been 3 weapons there. I should have gotten another boomerang, the claymore, and the spear. Right? I hope I didn't miss a weapon over there. Anyway, if I did, it's too late now. But anyway, for y'all, y'all should have gotten 3 weapons over there. Okay, so now we're getting back over to the river, Dragon River. So now we're going to still stay left Twix, but we're going to kind of follow this corridor up now in between this little fake river, and that's going to be our next little bad boy nest. There's going to be another radish down here too, BT dubs. Always loving the radishes. And there's some other random stuff too, by the way. Like in the river, you saw a couple of chests underwater there. I'm really just trying to focus on the durians and the weapons right now. Okay, guys, here's another situation. I got a minute 25 left on this meal. I don't want to be in a rush, so I'm just going to, you know... I don't care if that expires. But there is another hidey hole with some loot. I'm not going to get that yet. Reason being is there's a Lizzle right by there that can wake up and come after you if you don't. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a save. And I'm going to try to do this the exact same way. You might not even need the attack power meal on the sneak strike. So if it expires, you know, I'm still going to try the sneak strike. But same type of party, guys. Get a head damage, or get a head start on that damage with an ice arrow and a royal bow. Get that headshot. That's super important. And then there's two more. There's one more right by him. He's a nice little one waiting in ambush. There's another one right over here. Again, tough to see. You might want to climb here so you can see better. But make sure you get that headshot. That damage multiplier absolutely counts. Now I think I can one-hit him with the claymore. Yeah, so actually you don't even have to wait for the sneak strike. You can just one-hit him this way. So again, guys, just showing you guys different options and stuff here you can do. So you really don't have to worry about the combat if you're just not all about the combat. And there you have it. Weapons out the yin-yang. So now hopefully you can understand why I took that little side mission and I went off and did other things to make sure we got Hester, to make sure we had the inventory to scoop all this stuff up. Because I hated the fact that I was leaving royal weapons behind on that first playthrough. I was like, man, I really wished I had the inventory. Not only that, guys, we need more Dragonbone Moblin clubs. So, you know, we're going to have another Blood Moon soon. That's another Dragonbone Moblin club. So, you know, I probably like to leave a couple of spears in my inventory. That one really pushes damage, so I like it. But it does break fast. So yeah, at this point, I'll probably just go ahead and tech refresh that, because that's going to break soon anyway. So yeah, there it is, guys. 4 one-handed royal weapons. 2 two-handed royal weapons. A royal bow. All in this one looting spree. So when I told you guys, DLC users and non-DLC users alike, we're going to be armed up, suited up, and you'd be eating up just insanely awesome. This is it. This is it. This is the start of your game. Hyrule is now open to you. You can pretty much plow through any enemy you come into contact with. You've got the hearts. You've got the attack power. You've got the super suit. You know, you've got the fairies. You've got everything you need to be successful in this game from here on out. And guys, I know the combat's tough. Just try different tactics. Try different strategies. As the playthroughs continue, as the stream continues, as the series continues, I mean, it's going to get better and better. I'm going to show you guys even more approaches, more different types of things you can try in combat to help, you know, you folks that don't necessarily enjoy that part of the game, so that you can still have fun with the game. You can still get the fun stuff and the bounties that come with doing the killing. Guys, I'm telling you, it's just going to be so much fun. I am so excited to get you all out to Gerudo like you have no idea. I wanted to go down here too before the Blood Moon, and honestly, I kind of forgot about that. And the reason is because we got some lizards down there I want, in addition to more radishes. So I'm kind of glad I haven't hit a Blood Moon yet, because that might be coming tonight, and if it does, we're going to do some cooking in this stream. If not, we'll just have to wait, you know, but... bullocks. Actually, is that a bad word? If that's like cursing, I shouldn't be saying that. I just don't know any better, so forgive me for my ignorance. If that is a naughty word, and I'll stop saying it if it is. I've been seeing that on a TV show I was watching with my son, and I've been hearing it, so I've been repeating it, like, not knowing, and I shouldn't be doing that. I'm kind of wondering if it is a naughty word, how many people I've already offended out in public. Oh, lizard, come back! Alright, so anyway, I wanted to go a little higher up. I wanted to show you guys that nice little hidey hole of a cave. Nice little hiding spot. And you can actually kind of sort of see it from the map. There's like a little crack. We have to invade the crack. Nice little hiding spot. Not only that, there's just all sorts of other fun stuff here. You know, like I mentioned the radishes, there's more to come. Lizards, beetles, bananas. We are going bananas, and I keep letting the lizards get away. And guys, there's a lot of hightails around here, so it is worth the time to walk around and get those. You are going to need a lot of hightail lizards. And I think I already said that earlier on for the super suit stuff. I don't even remember how many, but it's like 10 per boots. So that's already 20. And then, of course, the jumpsuit or the climbing gear. So yeah, definitely need lots of those things. Okay, we're going to jump down to this next little portion. Lots of goodies here as well. Yeah, I hear bone monsters. So there it is, guys. Okay, now we're starting to get some rock loot. So I guess the Switch 2 version isn't broken after all. I've been wondering where my rock loot has been. And I've been kind of wondering, you know, well, is the Rainforest going to have them? So yeah, that's definitely one of the things you can find under rocks here, as well as hightail lizards under rocks. Sometimes you'll just get a random, you know, fun thing like a gemstone or a rupee. And the good thing about the yellow rune is it also helps you to find those. Hightail, bye-bye! And of course the big hardy radish. Big bada boom. Big bada boom. Bada big boom. Okay, nothing inside the tree hollow. Sometimes there will be a bunch of beetles around these things, so you might want to look inside, outside, look up. Sometimes they're above your head. They're tough to see otherwise. I don't think there's anything down there. So now we're on the right side of the Sleepy Hollow tree there. And see, I shouldn't be sprinting in case I see the mass motherload of beetles and fun stuff. There's also a Korok seed right above me somewhere. So yeah, guys, the rocks is really what I'm trying to focus on for the hightail lizards. All the other stuff is just kind of whatever. The hightails. And the rocks. No hightail there, okay. And the beetles are just icing on the cake, if I can get them. Speaking of the devils. And the hightails. Alright, definitely getting some good numbers here. The bad thing about the bull running around is he's going to scare away my friends. Okay, while I'm here, I'm going to also go ahead and... Oh, also, if you're taking a picture of the beetles with your Sheikah slate, and you keep running around down here trying to figure out where the beeping is, and it keeps like turning off and you turn around and you don't know where it is. Oh no, Blood Moon. Actually, yes, Blood Moon. Now the good thing is you still have time to cook. You have until 12:15, so even after the Blood Moon cycles, technically you're still good to go. So I've got plenty of time to get to a cooking pot. Actually, the stable might have been a little quicker, but actually no, this will be okay. Here it is, guys, Blood Moon cooking. So excited. Nighttime speed up would have been helpful, getting to this cooking pot quicker. Yeah, this might not work out. We're gonna see how far I can get with the time I have left. If not, I might have to reload an auto save or that other hard save to make sure I have enough time to actually do this. But honestly, we don't have a ton of ingredients right now. This should be okay. Because again, we've got until 12:15 to continue getting Blood Moon bonuses, even after the Blood Moon cycles. So I'll go ahead and save here just in case I mess something up and waste a bunch of time. But I should be okay. See, it says sit. I don't want that. I should be okay to squeeze in enough meals here. So guys, the first thing I'm going for, attack power, right out the gate. And again, you can either use one to get the high level, and I'm really trying to get the extra time. I did not get the extra time. Wow. Strike 2. But this really just stretches the bananas out, which is why I like this method. Also stretches the thistle out. And again, 3 minutes and 20 seconds, it's plenty of time for a quick engagement. If you throw the second thistle in there, it really only gives you like an extra minute, maybe. A minute and change at most. There it is, the extra time. Booyah, baby. So on these hunts, those are the meals I'm going to be chewing up. Because they last a long time. You can go out and kill several Hinox, several Lynels, all in one meal. But I'll show you the difference now if I throw 2 thistles in. Okay, and that one had the extra time. So again, it's not a ton of extra time, but it is extra time nonetheless. It's 11:55. That blood moon is going to cycle here any second. Well, I'm getting good pushes on meals, though. Good pushes on time. Right up until I jinxed it. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's the primary meal that I'm worried about getting blood moon bonuses is the time. You know, the hearty meals, you only get the 1 extra heart, so if the blood moon bonuses expire by then, it's not terrible. Another thing I want to do is the stam, guys. So we've got the mushrooms. And sometimes you'll get extra stam during blood moon. I did not get extra stam on that one. And we got these from the horse god. In case you're wondering where I got these ingredients. And that was in my last stream, just in case you're interested. Okay. And then, of course, the other things are the frogs. And I'm going to go ahead and cook those up one at a time. And again, use the C-grade monster part. You're not going to get any kind of bonus for putting in better monster parts. I've also got Endura carrots, which I will cook you 2 of those. But for right now, I just want to get the little ones done. So the Endura carrots also came from the horse god and our first great fairy fountain. That's how I have 8 of them. And guys, I'm going to toss 4 in at a time because that stretches them out to make 2 meals. Now with blood moon bonuses, I'm either going to get 2 full wheels or I'm going to get almost 2 full wheels. Okay, that time I did not get the stam bonus. That's unfortunate. But I mean, it's still a good meal. I mean, that's a lot of extra stam. Okay, I didn't luck out either time. That's okay. So just to show you what we cooked up here. Booyah, baby. That is a lot of damage we can do from the air with our bow and arrow. And I'll show you guys this in practice when the time comes, but yeah, it's just going to be freaking amazing. Check out these meals, guys. All high level, except that one, that's old. All high level. A lot of them have amazing time on them. Freaking awesome. We got awesome start. Now, I want to show you some other stuff. Stealth. I'm not worried about stealth right now. We're going to do that later. Unfortunately, I can't show you a good speed meal because I don't have the food for that. If you want some more good intermediate, you know, hearty meals, 5 fish, it does you pretty good. And, you know, they're really not needed for much else anyway because I never upgrade the Zora armor. So you can if you want them, you know, it's decent. We're going to Gerudo. So this is going to be good high level every time. And for the extra time, I'll use a B grade monster part. That'll be the Tooth or the Fang. And again, good high level. That'll take care of the desert. We're going to get out. We're going to get through the desert. That's more than enough time. The bad thing is at night, you need the opposite. You need high level cold protection. So if I've got the insects, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, cook you one of those up too. But same thing. 2 of each type of insect. And whatever monster part you want for whatever time you want. Booyah. And also going to Gerudo, we're going to need just another random, and I don't need the Blood Moon bonus for that, but I'm trying to think of other stuff that I can show you that I've actually got ingredients for right now. I don't really need the electric. You can mix and match these, so if you're starting to get low on bananas, you know, you can actually throw in these razor shrooms. They pack the same amount of punch. These mighty carp, they pack the same amount of punch. So I'll just show you how that works here with the thistle. But it's the exact same meal. You can mix and match. Oh yeah, it's time for the hearts, guys. So what I like to do just to stretch the radishes out, but still feel like I'm getting a ton of extra hearts. That's one way to do it. During the blood moon, that turns into a 23 heart container. But again, I feel like I'm being a little bit wasteful with these. You can stretch these out better this way. So, you know, it's only a 1 heart difference. To me, I'd rather get a whole extra meal out of it than, you know, chewing those up for less numbers of meals. So that's just my own advice to y'all. But I definitely like to use all those big hearty radishes and get what I can out of these while I can during the blood moon. And I don't even know what time it is right now, but I think it's 12:10, which means my blood moon bonuses are about to expire. As soon as that says 12:15, you're done. No more blood moon bonuses. And I'll know by the number of hearts. So if this says 21, it's still a blood moon bonus. If it says 20, it is no longer a blood moon bonus, and there it is, guys, 12:15. But hey, we got it in. Even though I was late getting to the cooking pot, plenty of time. So as soon as I'm done cooking, actually I'm going to finish up with the hearts. And 20 is still good, guys. Don't knock 20. 20 will still get you through some tough fights. And then some. Like, you'll have some to spare. And wow, this stream couldn't have ended any better. We had the ingredients, we had the blood moon. Nice. I just kind of want to see where I'm at. Oh yeah. Look at them hearts! Juicy! We got the stam. Perfect. I should have cooked up more green, but that's okay. Honestly, the green is just kind of secondary. I usually use the yellow. Yeah, we got the defense for the desert, night or day. We've got the attack power. Really loving this menu right now. I'm going to cook a few more attack. Not many, but just a few more. Where'd the thistles go? Oh, same page. And again, most of your big fist fights, you know, especially with little bad boy nests, they're going to be over within a minute or two. So don't shy away from cooking these up for the 3 minutes. It's more than enough time for your typical, you know, bad boy encounter. Doggone it, I keep doing that. My brains are starting to melt. I've been on stream way too long. Way too long. This is like 2 sessions in once. I just can't seem to focus anymore. Where the attack power meals are concerned, don't rely on the thistles. The thistles by themselves, it's a lower grade ingredient. So once you got 3 of the stronger ingredients going, then the thistle is basically just a little bit of extra time. And it, you know, it gives it the 4th ingredient needed to make it high level. But say you were to throw 2 mighty thistles in and 2 mighty bananas, that doesn't work out. Because again, it's just not quite the same strength as the other 3 I pointed out. Mighty Prongy is even stronger. So you can actually throw 2 Mighty Prongy in with a beetle and a monster part, high level. So I just kind of wanted to throw that out there. Not all ingredients are equal. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Like, as far as my inventory goes, we're ready to rock and roll. I mean, if you really want to cook out the rest of what you got, you know, but before the next blood moon, feel free. These ingredients do respawn over time. So between the blood moon and coming back to re-loot the rainforest and the bananas and the durians and the radishes, you're going to be good. Like, you're going to be fine. Hearts will not be a problem for you. And neither will attack power, by the way. See, I think the only other thing I really need to think about right now is the stam. And I don't have a ton of these, but I am going to cook what I have. And this won't be a waste because I'm going to have 2 full wheels going into Gerudo. See, I'm going to want that nice top off when I'm doing my bullet time in the air with bow and arrow. Especially when I'm, you know, face-shotting Lionels. You want to get that damage in the air, so you don't really have to do any work. But you need the stam to be able to cover that. So that's where I really like these top-offs on the green. And if you're running out of fish, you can actually toss a bunch of these in, but I'm not going to do that. I just want to get a few more of my sliver meals. But you can throw, like, I think it's all 5 of the green mushrooms. I can't remember what that gives you, but it's not 2 full wheels. But I think it's close to 2 full wheels. I'm kind of half tempted to cook 5 of them up right now just to kind of demonstrate that, as a matter of fact. Okay, so yeah, that's what you get straight up, and then I think Blood Moon bonus, it would be like an extra 5th. So again, I just kind of feel like that's a big waste of the green mushrooms. You can also combine those with the fish, so you can do like 1 mushroom and 1 stam. I'll show you that one too. And that'll kind of do the same thing as 5 green mushrooms. But you see how valuable these top-off meals are? Like, you're almost up there on that climb, not quite. Alright guys, we are ready to rock and roll. We are locked, cocked, and ready to rock. Locked and loaded. Take your pick. Hard save! So that's it, guys. Now, I meant to go show you guys, you know, getting another stamina vessel. Maybe I'll pop back on screen and just kind of autopilot that while I catch back up. But guys, I hope that helps you all out with a number of things. But this is where the game is really open to you. So if you enjoyed it, if you appreciated the information I provided today, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I always appreciate that. And I can really say now, and as always, until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. And I really hope it turns into happy hunting for you. So yeah, guys, I'm just going to go get a quick spirit orb. Kakariko, where are you at? Hit a quick great fairy fountain. Hit a, what are those things called again? Yeah, my brains are literally melting. We're pushing 3.5 hours. Wow. Ouch. The body has not only fallen asleep, but it is numb. It's pain. Numb pain. Wow, that was a big push. Talk about overtime. But yeah, definitely want to catch up on chat, of course, before I bid you all farewell. Oh, where am I going? Yikes! Oh, speaking of Bobkin Guts, while we're here... It's really not my fault this time. You can buy them. So, you know, if you're just a couple of guts shy, make sure you have at least 9, guys. I don't even know how many I have anymore. I've got 8. Make sure you've got them. It's worth just a few. I know it's a little expensive. But the worst thing possible is getting out to Gerudo and be like, oh, I wish I had bought the 1 guts. See, I'm just going to go ahead and sacrifice a little here. It's okay. We'll have the selling power to get the bone suit. It won't be a problem. What did I come here for again? Shiny rocks. And I'm going to pay a little attention because, you know, me, and I'll do something wrong and then I'll be reloading a save. I did not get my amiibos back, Marigold. I'm working on it. I need to track the daughter down. As a matter of fact, I might invite her out for a coffee as soon as I cut stream here. Tell her to bring her amiibos, and I will gladly buy her... I will buy you a cup of coffee if you give me back my amiibos. Sweeten the deal. Alright, so... let's do this. Yeah, Keely, getting back to your comment on Oh Nuts, adding that to the lexicon or the bingo idea that we came up with the other day. I don't remember whose that was, but that was awesome. That might have been Dee Dee. Yeah. Oh, Nuts needs to be on bingo. I mean, that should be the free space, though, because I always say on nuts. So yeah, that'll be free space. Scratch that. My nugget, yeah, that's going on there. Tinking, yep. Yep. A few moments later. Story of my life. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, that's another way to say that. Yeah, Brad. The extra stamina. When I was doing the dry run, I really regretted not coming out here with more stam. It made all the difference. And now look, we've almost got the 2 wheels. Before we get to that Great Fairy Fountain, we're going to have our 2 wheels complete. And that'll make a big difference in combat. Spin attack on Hinox, no problems. Spin attack on Lionels, no problems. Like I said, it just really makes all the difference. I really felt better with this playthrough, if I'm being totally honest. Not only that, we didn't need the DLC after all. Like, we're going straight to Gerudo after this. So it really didn't make much of a difference anyway. We literally just got the thing. So no harm, no foul, you know? Like, yeah, I really wish that I had known a better way back in the day. But I'm kind of glad I didn't, because we're doing it again, but it's not repetitious, it's different. So I'm digging the variation in the playthroughs. And it makes me super excited about it all over again, so yeah. I like the cookie. Dark chocolate, in case you're wondering. You called it, Marigold. I went right to those beetles on those Lumina Stones without even thinking about it. Autopilot. I can't believe I haven't taken a bathroom break, guys. I'm just now reading your comment, Jim Lewis. I don't know how it's possible. I've drinking 3 cups of coffee. I must have really been dehydrated. Yeah, Keely, that's true. You don't have the durians in TOTK, but you do have puff shrooms and muddle buds and just other fun stuff, so... The Dazzle Fruit, I miss my Dazzle Fruit. So I guess I'm not the only one drinking too much coffee. I'm just reading y'all's chat about that. That's good stuff. Jim Lewis. Sorry, I bursted your bladder there. Nice, Keely. About the Lionels. Yep. Run away! Run away! Crouch instead of swinging the weapon. That gets me every time. You get nervous and it happens. I hate it. And it's even worse because I don't notice it right away. I'm like, why am I dying? Oh, I was crouched. Or why am I not running away? Oh, I'm crouched. But yeah, it takes a while for that to register. Okay, Brad, I didn't know about the beetle spawn rate on those stones. I didn't know, like, they were quick to come back. Because normally I don't have to run back through there for a while. But that's definitely good to know. Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, Brad, a little bit more similar to the Master Mode play. I mean, kind of, sort of. I mean, there's deviations for sure, but... yeah, you know, I'm really kind of wanting to rerun Master Mode too, but not urgently. You know, that might be down the road somewhere. Because I can get through that quick. I think it only took a couple of months. But, you know, do it for the Switch 2 version. Kind of rerun the route a little bit differently and thinking about non-DLC users. Because Master Mode's tough. And once again, I kind of did the same thing with just, you know, focusing on having the Phantom Ganon armor, not really giving consideration to getting the Radiant. So I would run Master Mode more like this. But yeah, definitely a good point. Like, there was definitely another way to run Master Mode there. And this... excuse me, and this playthrough. So yeah, guys, I don't know if that has something to do with the time of day I went through there, but I had the same experience in my dry run. I had a lot of beetles on those luminous stones. So it might have had something to do with the time of day. I don't know. You know, try to replicate that in your game and see maybe if you have better luck. And I think... I don't know, I'd have to go back and rewatch the stream now. But I think the beetles are more prevalent the 24-hour period leading up to the blood moon. I think. I've never actually nailed that down. But I have had a lot of experiences where it's just kind of been an observation. You know, I'm like running around, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of beetles today. And then I have a blood moon that night. And then it kind of happened again one time, and it brought me back, and again, it was more of an observation, but I haven't nailed it down and done my process to validate that. But, you know, something's causing the more beetle spawns, and I really haven't nailed down exactly what that is by going through that process. Yeah, Jackie L, you're not alone. It is. I did the same thing. Like, I know I make it look easy now, but it didn't start out that way. The sweaty hands, the button fumbling. It was terrible. I was constantly getting rolled. So much death. For no other reason that I was fumbling buttons. I was like, why is my menu open? No! Like, just stupid stuff. Why am I crouching, you know? Sweaty hands. You know, I'm sitting here doing this crap just so I can keep my hands on the controller. My heart's like thumping, like it's going to pound out on my chest. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to have a heart attack playing a video game. This isn't healthy. But yeah, I mean, it's like serious business. Even though in your mind, you know you got the save. You know it's okay. It's terrifying. As a matter of fact, if you're like me and you get overly stimulated, mute it. I'm telling you, like there's something to that. Mute it. It makes a big difference, at least for me. I just find it's way overstimulating. Until I get used to it. Then, you know, that's kind of when I stopped muting it. But that's just kind of like how I got through it. Not only that, I would go out and intentionally die to kind of get over it, like desensitize. So I'm just throwing ideas out there, you know, but I get it, guys. No, you're not alone, Jackie L. Like, it's a thing. And I think we pretty much all experience that. Yeah, Jim Lewis. That Zora's Domain Lionel, a lot of people hit that early game. Terrifying. And then you can go back and just kill him quick. It's awesome. He stays a red Lionel too the whole game. He's fixed. So you're hearing thunder at your house, Marigold. See, I've had that too, where I'm playing Breath of the Wild and I hear thunder. And I don't click that it's happening outside. Maybe I should check the weather. I'm like, oh, I'm going to have rain in the game. Crap. You know, I start, like, taking the metal weapons off. And then at some point, I'm like, wait a minute, is that outside? Yeah, it's a good time. Oh, thank you, Marigold, for that. I mean, know that. I won't say that anymore. Zip, it's out of my vocabulary. Vulgar British slang. Okay, yeah, I will never say it again. I apologize. Junior 2K, hey, welcome. Good to see you. I'm not sure how long you've been there, and I'm not sure if I missed you, but definitely wanted to say hello there. Jet GPT is saying bullets. Okay, so at least Chat GPT saved me there. Thank you. Alright, Jackie L, yep, if I didn't miss you, have a good one. Actually, I do need to bid you all farewell here. I'm just going to catch up on these last few chats, and then... free space. Booyah! That's another good one, Wanda. I have not gotten the Radiant suit yet, the gamer. That's tonight. We're ready. We're ready for Gerudo. I'm missing 5 Luminous Stones, but don't worry, we're going to go get them. And yes, we're going to Gerudo. Actually, there's 5 Luminous Stones on the way to Gerudo, so we're covered. As long as you've, you know, gotten the Luminous Stones with me to this point in the game, we're covered. So yeah, we're definitely going to Gerudo tonight. We're going to get that bone system, and guys, we've all got the bone system. DLC, non-DLC users alike. I'm very excited for that. Hey, Dee Dee, well, welcome. I don't know if you've been here a while. I might have missed you there earlier on. Oh, got you. Okay, well, hello regardless. Alright, folks, I'm going to go ahead and bid you all farewell here. What time tonight? Keely is asking. So, what is today? Saturday? I have no physical therapy today. Today is my day of rest. Today is relaxation, fun, you know, joy. I might go out and, like I said, meet the daughter for some coffee. I love my Sabbath days just to take a break, detach from life, you know. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. But I will be back on at 8 p.m. tonight, and I know my schedule doesn't say that yet. But because the days are getting longer, you know, I want to push that closer to sundown. So anyway, 8 p.m. tonight. So I just wanted to throw that out there, and I will update the thing. And then, yeah, next weekend I'm going to do a noon and 8. Because, again, I didn't have enough time for physical therapy. So 8 o'clock will be the new evening time. And I just wanted to make sure I got that up before I actually got on here and fixed it on the web page. Or the channel. Alright guys, so yeah, thank you all so much for that chat. I love this stuff. That was an unexpected, beautiful thing to have by doing the live stream. So thank you all so much for being so kind, sharing your knowledge here. Definitely much love. Definitely love having you. The company's always awesome. And I love being able to share the joy of the game with y'all. So just thank you again so much for hanging out. Guys, I'll see you back later on tonight. Peace out, y'all.